chilly in here. It's freaking cold, actually. Forget chili. I don't have any beans, so chili isn't a factor. It's just cold. Like, I keep starting a fire with my fingers. Fingy fire. I'm gonna wait. We're gonna, not talk about topics until a few people get in here. I mean, I can talk to myself all day if I wanted to. Did you know? So, I went to Walmart today, and I made 10 people. I made 10 people, yes. I made 10 friends in a trip to Walmart. So what happened was, get to Walmart, right? Okay, cool. And then, let's see, the first person I talked to, I learned 3 things in 5 minutes at Walmart, first of all. Firstly, I learned how to pick good corn. So there was the first 3 people I met 3 at once. First 3 were at, like, the corn bin, and I'm, like, by the bag. So I'm like, hey, you guys want a bag? Like, need a bag for your corn? And they're like, oh, well, we're not sure. And I'm just like, you want a bag? So they took these 2 bags, because, like, 2 of them were looking at the corn. I didn't realize they were, like, together, like, shopping. Like, one is a daughter, one is a mom. And I was like, oh, whoops, but here's 2 bags. So, and then I walk over, because, like, one of them, the mom, she's, like, older. And I'm like, hey, how do you pick good corn? And she's like, oh, well, let me tell you, I've been doing corn for 50 years or whatever, So she's showing me, like, oh, you shuck it a little and put your fingernail in one. It's supposed to squirt in your face, I guess. And that's a sign of good corn. And then, like, when they have the little shriveled bits at the top, that's a sign of young corn, because it didn't mature, I guess. Yeah, so I know how to pick out good corn now. So those are the first 3 people. Then, and at the Chinese restaurant before that, I met 3 other ladies, because they came in with a happy birthday balloon, and they were older too. And I'm like, a birthday? Well, happy birthday. And she's like, oh, it's the line. It's my friend back here, blah, blah, blah. I had a great time. So we said happy birthday. It was joyful. And then, who else? Oh, God, I didn't open up the avatar thing. I have to have that. So there's those 3 ladies, the other 3, and then I met a gentleman, like, he was wearing kind of like those military hats, And usually when they're older, I like to try to stop and be like, hey, did you serve? And, like, say thank you and whatever, or get them lunch sometimes, whatever they're doing. And he's like, oh, no, I get that a lot, and, like, I just tend to go thanks, and, whatever. And the lady with him was his wife, and I had smiled, said hello to her, and, I think it's his wife. They said 50 years together. Good for them. And it's next Tuesday, by the way. So cool. Neat for them. Anyway, let's see. So then he told me, he's like, oh, he wanted to enlist, but, like, he got hit by a motorcycle and unfortunately couldn't, but he tried, which is good. Great. Neat. And then who else did I meet? Let's see. So there's 3, 6, 7, 8. I met, and there was a lady, because I was looking for one of them plastic. Okay. So I'm looking for one of them plastic things. It's a spatula, apparently. But, like, you like, scoop out your stuff, like mayonnaise jar stuff. Apparently that's a spatula. I didn't think it was a spatula, but okay. So, another lady told me that the other thing, if that's a spatula, what the fuck's the thing you fucking make burgers with? It's a turner. It's a turner. Just like that thing that you filter stuff with, a siphon thing, but for the kitchen, that's a colander. I know, right? That's what I said. So anyway, what else happened? So those are those people I met. And I don't remember if there's somebody else. Oh, and people complimented the hair, of course. So whatever. It was a good time. It was great, actually. It was probably my most pleasant experience in Walmart. Okay. Let's see. So, that's not quite midnight, but that's all right. I wanted to breach the topic of parenting, because I think that's a kind of a broad topic, for one, because, like, what does that entail, Purge? Well, I don't know. It entails a lot. At least a lot in my mental dot book, whatever they're called, bullet points. There we go. So, like, being a parent's hard. I'm not a parent unless you count animals. But, like, in a sense, we're all kind of parents, though, in a way. Because, like, and, like, no one's really here, but that's okay. So, I'm going to start anyway. So, it takes, the whole phrase of, like, it takes a community to, raise a kid, essentially. I think that's really important, for one. Because, you've got, like, single parents, and some parents that, like, they're together, it's a great family life, but, like, maybe they're just busy, they got to work, they got to take their kids to this, that, and the other thing, right? So, like, you need that kind of community to, like, not watch your kid, but, like, help raise them so that they're around people that you trust, all that kind of stuff. And, like, I feel like that's also been lost a little bit in these days. But it's hard because, like, how can you trust people, especially with your child. And the thing about children too is like, it's not like they pop out and then, oh, here's the manual for it too. Like, this is how your kid's gonna learn. Because some kids don't learn the whole like kindness thing, or they don't learn via the angry way or whatever, you know, I don't know, angry way. Whatever it is. I don't know the exact terms. But like, some kids just need that kind of, not heavy hand, but like the harder, what is it, the tough love versus the gentle. You know, that's just how they learn. You know, some kids have to experience, unfortunately, the like consequences of their actions type thing, I guess. Versus, oh yeah, I get it, that would make sense. But they're also children. Like, and the thing is, with kids, I think a lot of parents, and I could be wrong, and I don't mean to offend, this is opinion time, because like I said, I don't actually have any children of my own other than animals, but just from what I've observed, a lot of people seem to forget what it is to be 5, to be 10, to be a preteen, to be a teenager. Like, they're not, when they're born, they know nothing, right? And then, you know, they get to be 3, they only know 3 years of stuff. Like, it's not like they're just born with the knowledge of the world. Like, they don't have that. They have you, a parent or whatever, as their world, essentially, because we don't really have that community raises the children thing anymore. I mean, some places do, don't get me wrong. It's not like that everywhere. But a lot of places don't. And when you don't have that, like, your kid only knows the parents, essentially. Like, there might be grandparents in there too, but a lot of kids at that age, 3, spend time with the parents. And I don't know, I just feel like a lot of pressure is put on children to know more than they're expected to. And and not everyone, obviously, this is not every case, but a lot of people, like, you forget what it is when you started riding a bike and they took off your training wheels and like, all right, sport, go for it. And you're just like, but you made it. You're like, what if this boo-boo can't be kissed away? What if I die? I could, like, topple over a hill and just die in this swamp. I live near a lot of swamps, okay? It's a thing, actually. My tires went like this one time. Scared the shit out of me. I thought I was going to tumble down this hill, die in a lake that was, like, literally, like, 50 feet away from where I would have landed anyway. But I was dumb and young, you know? I didn't know. Thought I was going to die in a lake. I watched Final Destination. Don't do that to your kids. Don't let them watch Final Destination when they're like 6. Speaking of Final Destination, I'm gonna bunny trail here for a minute. Like, you know the log semi-trucks? You know, ooh, everyone's like, oh my god, Final Destination. Dude, I saw this fucking, they were carrying like transmitter things for the electric stuff. The things that are like, I'm 6 foot, they're like 12 feet, and they got the fucking things like this, right? Bro, they were like maybe screwed into the pallets they were on. There was nothing around them. Okay? These things are like 500 pounds, I'm guessing. They're fucking massive, and they're just not tied down to anything on this semi on the highway. Like, bro, I don't know. It was very nerve-wracking. But anyway, that's not important. What is important is kids and being a parent. But also, like, I don't know. I think a lot of parents worry that maybe they'll fail with their kid. But as long as you try your best, I mean, that's really all anyone can ever ask of you, you know? And some parents are just like, I had one of those. I don't care. Yeah, and that's just how some people are. Like, I've heard stories of people having children just for the, like, money aspect from the government, and that's not right. A child is a whole ass human being. A human, like, it's not like, oh, look, a plant. No, it's actively a child. I don't know. And, you know, plant kid, I don't know. But, like, hi, Codes. How's it going? You come in at plant kid? I mean, they got a plant kid. See right there? Little plant. Anyway, like, I kind of feel bad for children in the sense that I feel like a lot of parents, grandparents even, they forget what it is to be a kid. And even children, so like, let's say you're 3. I don't know if you grasp the human language at that point. I really don't know. But kids understand when a comment's kind or malicious, regardless of if they understand exactly what's being said. You look at a kid and go, "You're a little fucker." They're gonna know you didn't say anything nice. You look at a kid and go, "You're all right, sport." They may not know what you said, but they know it's like positive. You know, it's like afflictions in the tone and all that kind of stuff. Like, kids aren't stupid necessarily. Some kids are. Some kids are dumb. You might have a dumb kid, and I'm sorry. I wouldn't want a dumb kid. I'd feel, oh. Like I said, not a parent, but if I had a dumb kid, like, I guess not common sense would be lacking. Not a dumb kid, but a common sense lacking kid, because, you know, some kids are, I was a dumb kid. I was a dumbass. And that's okay. It's okay. Every child's different, and they're not born with these fucking books, you know? And some kids can have a great life. They have good parents, and they still turn out like a rotten apple. And it may not be the fault of the parents, but parents do get blamed a lot for that sometimes. Like, oh, what was happening behind closed doors and all that nonsense. Maybe nothing. Maybe the kid's just that way. And I don't know. I think that kind of comes into, are people born a certain way? Like, are you born an asshole? Or are you born nice? So, and that's, I think, what do they call it? Nurture nature, I think. Which is interesting. And then the whole community raising a kid thing, too, and that being lacking. There's something else I had on that, too. But, like, so, oh, I remember. I had said in the beginning that, like, everyone's kind of a parent, and they kind of are. Like, yes, I don't have any kids, but as a grown-ass human being, it's kind of my responsibility if I see a kid in public to not behave like a twat, right? Because they're gonna see that behavior and probably mimic it, maybe. Maybe they've never seen someone behave like a twat before, and they're like, oh, that looks fun. You know, like, maybe not. Maybe don't do that. Like, so, in a sense, like, maybe not parent, but, like, role model, maybe is the word I'm looking for, the thing I'm looking for. Because kids need that. Like, they watch everybody. They observe everything. They're fucking 5. This is their first time in a Walmart. They're like, oh my God. You know? And, you know, I don't know. I feel bad for kids. And I also feel kind of bad for parents, too, because there's a lot of pressure with, you know, with there not being a lot of community help. And in a community help, I don't mean like money or anything like that. I mean like a community coming together to help raise a kid, essentially, like the old proverbs and stuff like that. There's not a lot of that anymore, and it can be really fucking stressful, especially if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, especially if you're trying. Like, let's say, like, the first couple years, you fucked up. Your kid's, like, mad, mean, whatever, punches you, hits you, and, like, you know, you have to separate yourself and go cry. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with a parent, like, removing themselves from the situation for a moment to, like, gather their emotions, because you don't, you know, they're kids. They're 5. And I'm talking kids, like, we're gonna go 10 and below. You know, like, they're gonna learn behaviors and reactions from the parent. So obviously if they're misbehaving and you lash out in anger or something like that, that's more than likely, not all the time, that's more than likely how they're gonna react as well as I get older. Man, I don't envy parents whatsoever. It's gotta be hard. Especially with everything going on in the world today. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And it's another thing, you know? Like, I was watching this, pardon me, I have ice cream too, don't let me forget to eat it. So, there was this gentleman, right? And he's talking about what happened in Texas, okay? And he's reading what happened with the police saying, hey, say help if you need help. And his 13-year-old said, yeah, we're told not to say anything. But if you think about it, all of these people that do these actions are they themselves, they go to school, right? And they're taught these exact things. So they kind of have inside knowledge on how it all works, where they, like, are supposed to go. And that's a horrifying thought. And I'm not going to get into that whole debate of what's going on there. Like, that's, you know, that's one hand, you know, it's not a mess we're gonna play with. But, you know, I think it comes, I don't know, it's gotta affect parents real bad. Regardless of whether, what, you know, side you're on, I guess. That's not a way to say it, but you know what I mean. It's, I don't know, it's gotta be hard, because, like, who do you blame? Do you blame anybody? I mean, I assume most people blame somebody. But yeah, I don't know. And then there was another thing I wanted to hit on too about parenting. But like, I don't know. It's got to be hard to figure out what works for your kid. And then when other people are, because like, yes, it takes a community to raise a kid, but also like the community sometimes needs to back off. Like, oh my God. So like with Buster, obviously this isn't a human child, but he's my dog, all that fun stuff. Like there's certain things that I do with him because he's my dog. My dog. That doesn't mean that like a friend can come over and do the same thing. And I think children are kind of that way too. Like the parent is the one that disciplines, not, you know, the other people in their lives. Unless it's been discussed. Like, hey, if you see him doing this, I don't know. And I don't think parents get a lot of encouragement either. There's a lot that's expected of people, and a lot that, I don't know. It's, wow. Is it really not working very well? I don't know. I got like my stream pulled up here and it's just glitchy as all get out. My internet's been really shitty lately. How's your internet? Good? Hopefully. Mine's not, apparently. What is going on here? Oh, are we back? I don't know. Hello? It was like skipping. Like Skippy snack bars. I think we're okay. Are we back? I don't know. Hi. Did we leave? I don't know. I don't know. No one's engaging in conversation other than Codithan with his emote. But yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, lots expected of parents, and then a lot's pretty much put on. And I had a person that I know, a friend, and they mentioned the effect that's put on teachers as well. And I imagine, like, especially with everything going on, you know, it's not easy to be anything that involves a child. She's been buffering for me all day, so my response has been delayed. Oh, weird. Yeah, I noticed that, like, maybe it's a Twitch thing. It could very well be. I don't know. I just know that I look like I have a very nice glow where I'm watching it from. I don't know. That's weird. It could be a Twitch thing. Who knows? But, you know, and then you got some kids that have the shittiest parents. Here's another thing, too, about parenting, right? Let's say you have a shitty parent. We'll take, for example, my grandmother. Her mom was not nice either. Like, she was actively crappy. So, why would you carry that on? You know what it's like to be ridiculed, to be yelled at, to be whatever it might be. You know what these negative things are like. Why would you do it to the next generation and the next generation? Like, why would that be a heritage you want to pass on? Like, you know the difference between right and wrong. When you get to a certain age, you know the difference. It's no longer an excuse. So why would you, if it hurt you when you were growing up, and, you know, to be yelled at, to be ridiculed, all that stuff, why actively do it to your own kid? Why pass that on? That's always baffled me for a long time. Why not break the cycle? Why is there a cycle in the first fucking place? Why was it not one and done? And I get it. Some people, you know, well, that's how I was raised. Right. But that then again plays into, do you remember, you know, riding your first bicycle? Having your first anything, like you made Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, and you're like, sweet! They're brainwashed into thinking it's the norm. My parents did it and I turned out fine. They just don't realize they're a mess. That's true. That's very true. A lot of times we don't realize our own faults. And that kind of is a shame sometimes. It's a real lack of, what's it called? Insight. That's a shame. It really is. It makes me think of Hoarders. I've been watching that a lot. I love Hoarders. Makes me feel clean. But yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a really good point. I didn't think about that. But yeah, I guess, but like, even if like I turned out fine, but don't you remember when you were like 10, 5, and you did something that you were super fucking proud of, and you're like, this is going on the fucking fridge. This is it. This is the fridge thing. I'm ready. And you go, look! And then they're like, that's nice. And then they don't put it on the fridge, and you're like, Okay. And there goes Leonardo da Vinci. Just no art career whatsoever. Am I buffering again? For sure feels like it. Yeah. Look. My thing's stuck on my stupid face. Ah, there it goes. What are you gonna do? Man, maybe everyone's streaming tonight. I don't know why. That's just it. They grow up thinking parents are supposed to do stuff because they've never seen other parents in private. I guess that's true. I guess. But wouldn't you still want your kid to, like, not feel the same shittiness you felt? That's a good point, Codes. You're making good points, and I really appreciate that. It gives me time for thought. Also, ice cream. It's melty. Ugh, no one likes melty ice cream. If you do, you're a heathen. It's fair life. I don't know. Oh, input. I don't know. But, like... Oh my god, it's so melty. Mistakes have been made. That's alright. I don't know. I get your point. I hear what you're saying. But, like... I don't know. So, like, me growing up, for example... Let's see. I've heard it referred to as genetic Stockholm Syndrome. That makes a lot of sense. So, like, a lot of people have asked me with the way that my father treated me growing up. Why do I do so much for him? I owe him nothing. All this other stuff. And I thought about it the other day, and I'm like, it's called Stockholm Syndrome. But also... Let's see. People... Okay, so Susie Q, people often either parent... that the way they're parented or go into the complete opposite direction. That's fair. That's fair. I will say my dad... So, like, my great-grandma was awful. My grandmother was awful as far as parenting goes. My dad wasn't... Our relationship's super complicated. In a sense, if you look at the whole spectrum of the relationship, it's complicated. So, that's very true. And I get it. And I know a lot of people, so a lot of kids grow up in these awful environments, and then they're like, when I'm 18, I'm out. And then after a while, the parent wants to reconcile. It could be 10, 20 years, and the parent wants to reconcile because they realize the error of their ways. And a lot of times the kid at that point's like, sorry, dude. Well, it's kind of a shame. And I think that's one of the reasons that I'm close with my dad, is because, one, our family is very much loyal to a fault. I think it's almost genetic, because, like, my dad's that way. I don't know if my grandma's that way or not. I don't know. But my dad's that way. I'm that way for sure. My grandpa, like, on the other side, he was that way, so that's not, like, a dad genetic thing. And I don't know my grandpa on that side, like the blood grandpa, I'm not sure. He could have been that way, I don't know. But yeah, it's like loyal to a fault, in a sense. So maybe that's probably why I stuck around. And I wanted that connection with my dad. Like, I wanted to try and, like, overzealously wanted to be the good kid. Dude, I used to be such a little dick. So, like, I would leave these notes, because I saw this commercial and I was, like, 6 or 7. And it was like, it takes a man to be a dad. So I wrote that on a piece of paper and stuck it in his cigarettes. Because he was never around. I remember there was like a fucking, I don't know how many Christmases that, like, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to open my presents. I got to sleep in because, I don't know, I slept in. And, Mom's like, well, let's wait for your dad to get home. And I'm like, all right. Okie dokie, artichoke. Just waiting. Waiting as we go. And it was like 6 fucking p.m. or something. It was like later in the afternoon or early evening. I have a hangnail. I'm gonna chew here in a minute. And, like, he was at my cousin's house, drunk, dunking pancakes into her Coca-Cola or something stupid like that. And I'm like, yeah, it was an awful Christmas. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. I don't know why he did that. Still don't know. I don't bring it up. We don't talk about our feelings. We know we have them, but we don't talk about them. I don't know. There's something else I want to talk about on parenting as well. I feel like it's just difficult all around. It's not easy for parents. It's not easy for kids. And, like, I'm not saying Barty, I know. I'm not saying that, like, it's gonna be easy street. Like, it should be easy street. No, like, raising a kid's a hard fucking thing, right? But it just feels harder than before. And it's interesting to wonder why. Like, why is it so difficult? Why? I don't know. I gotta add more to my thing here. I've played more games. I got this fucking hangnail. So, I don't know. And, like, a lot of people are single parents now, too. Or co-parents. Which is fine. If that works for them, that's great. And I don't think that would be a leading cause of anything. I don't think so. Like, I was so happy when my parents divorced, bro. It was great. So, like, eat ice cream with me. So, like, I think a lot of it comes down to we're all individual people. And kids aren't born with an instruction manual. Even if they were, you could misinterpret it. Just like the Bible. So, speaking of the Bible, actually, I had another thought while I was thinking about this parent thing, right? It's religious. It's a religious thought. Forewarning. So, what if, right, like if you believe in God or a deity, I know more of the God for the Christian Bible type thing. So let's take that for example, right? I like to think, so there's a few things. And the whole like religious thing, like God stuff, it's love. Like that's the answer. The answer is that you're supposed to love people. That's the fucking answer. But oh no, we gotta fucking judge everyone. So my thought is, what if it's like a little Adam and Eve nonsense, right? What if God's like, look, like, I'm disappointed in you, so you need to go learn something, and I'll come back and, like, you know, like, I'll be here for you in really dire times, but, like, y'all gotta learn something. Because it says that time is, you know, different from us to him, so, like, a year for us could be, like, that to him. So, like, I don't know. I'm just saying, maybe he's just a disappointed dad. Could be. Could very well be. Just saying. Yeah, that got me thinking about that too. I eating ice cream. I got mint chocolate chip. It's good. But no. What are your thoughts on parenting? I definitely feel a lot of knowledge on raising children's been lost. I'm sure we were all little shits. Like, through the generations, we've all been little shits. But, and maybe I'm just old. A lot of kids be little shits. A lot of kids. Right? What the fuck is my dog doing? He doesn't know. I don't know. I can't know for him. Just wild. But yeah. So, like, I don't know. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts? I know Codes and Susie Q have said some things. I've said some things about parenting. I don't know. I feel like it's also one of them rough topics because there's so much going on in the world. So much. And is it a fact that there's just too many people in the world? Could be. Hopefully not. Could be, though. Could be the cause of a lot of stuff. Just saying. Like lemmings. Lemmings to the fire. You know? I made up a new phrase today. I'm sure it's been said, but I said Christ in a cradle. It was funny to me. I thought it was funny. And, like, at what point do you quit parenting your kids? Do you ever quit parenting your kids? Because, like, when I grew up, it was always, well, when you're 18, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. And like, okay, so too, I don't know about y'all, but when I was growing up, it was always, you know, you have to go to school, you have to do this, you have to do that. Like, the expectations were very clearly laid out and or, like, told to me, like, this is what you will do. High school's over, and they're like, go for it, go do whatever. And I'm like, I've never been told to do something with no order. Like, what's the order here? Like, what do I do next? So I worked for a minute. Then I went to college because I'm like, well, that's what everyone does, right? I guess, you know, so that was interesting. I swear to God, I feel like I've lived like 3 lifetimes. Let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, this is my... Wait. 4 lifetimes. You ever feel like that? Or you've lived like more than just this life? Like, I don't know. Have I just grown? Have I not? Have I shrunk? I hope not. I hope so. Whatever. I can make a thing. Look at that divot. I was playing with that earlier. It hurts my neck to do it, though. I have a weird neck. Can confirm. Saw x-ray. You know how you usually got, like, the thing in your neck? Like a curve? Mine's straight. I have a perfectly straight neck. Also, check out that fucking bump, right? Look at that! It's gross. It's a cyst. I think I want to stab it with a needle. That's gonna hurt, though. That's not about parenting, though. Usually I start off on a topic and then delve into other things. I don't know. And I think a lot of parents blame themselves when, like, their kid turns out bad or not as they expected. But, like, what expectations are proper for a child? Be a good kid? Be a good person? I think that'd be my expectations. If I had a kid, I would be perfectly fine. I don't care what they are. As long as they're a decent person. Kind. Compassionate. I really think that's what I would hope that's what a lot of parents strive for in their children. But also, if you have them just for, like, tax returns, you probably don't care what they turn out like, my guess. Unless it involves money and they cost you money about it, so. I don't know. Kids are smart. Kids are smarter than we give them credit for, I will say that. I don't know. There's just so much and so little, because, like, they're so tiny. They are. They come up to, like, my fucking knee. Some of them. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm just a smaller group than usual, but I do appreciate y'all coming to these talks with me, especially since I haven't had one in so long. I don't know, this topic just really stuck out to me. I don't know why. Maybe because of everything going on. Maybe not. Maybe because I like ice cream. I don't know. And I think, too, like, a lot of people get envious. Like, if they see a single mom and she gets more help. Or the single people see that the couple has somebody to, like, work with them versus doing it all on their own. I don't know. I think there's a lot of, like, jealousy and stuff, which I'm sure there is. And sometimes that's okay. But you can't let it overtake everything either. Or let it change how you do things. Does that make sense? I hope so. That barely makes sense. Am I reconnected? Are we here? I'm looking at the terrible emote they do. Oh, it says end stream. I don't want to. Give it time. I'm still looking. Oh, I'm here? Oh, good. Ta-da! Yeah, I'm just looking because, like, I have my Surface up playing the stream, and I'm like, look at that terrible... Oh, now it's clear. Interesting. That's nice. Look, son, I got video. I don't know what you're harping on. Let me refresh. Maybe... Oh, there I go. There I go. Look at that. Hi. There we are. Coda, for anyone watching, past, present, or future. Not past. Coda is doing a stream cleaning thing. It's actually really interesting. I highly recommend jumping in on it. But what was I talking about? I was talking about Facebook. So, it's a little dick. That's what their name will be. I'll have to give gender. But, like, this person always, like, yes, I'm wearing a low-cut dress today. It was fucking toasty. Alright? But I'm not like, oh my god, ooh. I think I'm gonna kill my spoon. But anyway, so this person, they have, like, a shirt that a 5-year-old would wear and it would be small, right? Okay, you get my picture here? So, like, it's like, not like, you see under boob, and they're like, I'm gonna be streaming later. I hope to see you. And I go, put your mosquito bites away. I'm a well-endowed person. I'm allowed to say such things. So someone goes on there and they're like, oh, if you think those are mosquito bites, then you got these standards. I'm not choosing sides, but... And I'm like, bruh, it's a joke. Like, I put little stars on either side. Like, it's a joke. Calm down. They're not that big either. Like, chill out. But, like, if that's what you're doing to get followers, all that stuff, like, come on. You know, that just gives people a bad name. What is it? Thought or something? Anyway. And so she comments. This is why I deactivated mine. Bro, so I actually, what she did creeped me out enough that I deleted the comment. My Facebook, not my boobs. That's funny. I deleted her comment. I reported the my comment overall. I deleted it. I need to go back and block her. And I actually left the group because it wasn't beneficial for me at all anyway. She took a picture from my profile from, like, my grandfather's birthday party, took the time to save it to her phone, crop him out. Now, I'm wearing a dress similar to this one where it's, like, low cut, but this is all you see in the photo is my face, and I was fatter back then, all right, whatever, in the face at least, and this is all you see in the photo. Like, about this much necklace, like, there's no, like, cleavage here, nothing like that, right? She posts that in a reply to me and says no. What the fuck? Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just say no? Like, what? Because it's like a picture of me and, like, next to my grandpa, and I'm taking a smile and, like, you know. Are you, like, saying I'm ugly? Like, you just said no. Like, I'm not gonna listen to you. Like, you show your chest. Child, what are you talking about? See, that's an example of a kid that needs a good whooping. Tell you what, she needs a good whooping. And not like a woo whooping, like a fucking whooping, right? So, I'm like, why did you take a photo of mine? From 2017, no less. Like 18, because like 2018, it was 2017. How many years ago was that? 5? I don't know. Why would you take a photo of me and do all that nonsense to say no? That's really fucking creepy and uncomfortable. I hem hot about it for a minute. I blocked her initially. Then I'm like, fuck, I can't go and delete my comment if I blocked her because I can't see the post at that point. So I deleted my comment and all that jazz. And when I left the group, they're like, well, why? And I couldn't write why, which is very frustrating. I couldn't give, like, the actual, like, why and, like, submit the screenshot I took. Because, like, that's fucking weird. Right? Who has time for that? It's a fucking joke. Don't go through my profiles and cut out my grandpa and fucking... Bro. No. Kid needs to be whooped. Super fucking weird, right? What the fuck? Who does that? Her. I don't know her Twitch stuff. I'm not gonna get on that nonsense. It's super weird. Fucking wild. I don't get on Facebook much. Anytime I comment, I post a fucking status, anything. Okay? I made a comment. I put a post that said, if you can't handle me at my back, at my worst, well, then you can't handle me at all because that's my only setting, right? A joke. A fucking joke. And this person who is like a friend of a friend goes on there as the first comments like, if that's how you feel, then you really need to work on yourself. And I'm like, it's a joke. Bro, what? Wow. Maybe they feel, wow, I've only been streaming 6 minutes again. Damn it. What? Who does that? I mean, I can't make jokes. Facebook is fucking toxic. Facebook is toxic as fuck. Okay? In my opinion. Is it great for keeping people... Dude, Facebook is just people being petty now. Like, why? Exactly. It is super fucking toxic. So, like... It used to be great for keeping families together, getting that community, which I think is really like a big need in the world personally, in people's lives and stuff. Like, you need that community. You need that. Like, I read this thing, and this is going to sidetrack, but I'll get back to it. Don't you worry, Facebook. I'll remember. This person, and it was just a little story someone made up, whatever. My ice cream's getting so melty, but it's so good. So... this person's in the bank line with their grandpa, right? And they go, Grandpa, you know, you can do this online. Like, you don't have to wait and fucking do all this nonsense. Like, you can do it online. Like, it's super fucking easy, quick. I'll show you. And the grandpa goes, oh, excuse me. He's like, I can. I got sick, like, last night, and I, you know, relieved myself of some groceries. So my throat's all like, would you like some sandpaper? The answer's no. But anyway... and he's like, oh, I can, huh? And the kid's like, yeah, I can show, like, getting excited that his grandpa's gonna take that step into the 21st century. Like Duck Dodgers, right? Doesn't anyone know what Duck Dodgers is? I fucking hope so. But anyway, and he goes, well, that's nice, but I don't want to. And he goes, well, why? Like, you'll save time, like, we would be home by now. And he's like, in the time that we've been out, like, an hour and a half or so, I've talked to, 5 people. I've made, I know I managed to talk with, like, someone that was helping him out. He just kind of helped him, and then they chatted for a little bit. He chatted with the other teller, all this other stuff. And he's like, I live alone. I don't have... He doesn't meet people a lot. And these errands he has to do give him a reason to go out and talk to people. And I thought about that. And regardless of being, like, old, young, whatever... I think that's really interesting, because I think that's important. Like, I went through Walmart today, actually bought my groceries rather than do the online thing, and met fucking at least 8 people that I remember. I know it was 10, because I was counting with my friend. Like, we counted 10 people. I just talked to them. I didn't maybe, and I gave a gentleman at the gas station. That was the other guy. Managed to talk to him for a little bit. He was collecting cans out of the trash, and I'm like, dude, you want some cans? I got cans in my fucking trunk, bro. You want them? He's like, yeah, sure. So we talked for a little bit, I learned that he's 73 years old and he's been collecting cans since 79, 40 years or something, 43 years. I don't know. Hi, Panda. We've been talking about parenting, and that went into Facebook, which I'm going to go back to. So because I got to leave my house and I didn't do any online ordering, I didn't do anything from Amazon. I did order something from Amazon today, but that's besides the point. I met people. I met really nice people, and I think that's, oh man, I wonder if that was Bottle. It might have been. He was an older gentleman with a beard. Really, really nice. He drives a white Ford. I think it was a Ford. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a Ford. He talks with the gentleman that plays the music at Walmart as well. He's a nice guy too. I don't talk to him, but I've given him like $5 every once in a while. So... if it was the gentleman that walks around like Walmart, Wesco, it was him probably. He's an older guy. He was really nice. Talked about Jesus and stuff, which, good for him. That's good. He, wasn't a jerk about it or anything, of course, which is really nice. So, let's see. He goes Karen mode over his bottle returns all the time. He was supposed to be banned last time I knew. Oh, shit. I don't know. He says he does it Tuesday and Thursdays. I don't know. I just don't want my bottles anymore, and it was the guy who needs them, So... I don't know. Why not help somebody? At least he's doing something to earn the money. That might sound rude, but I know a lot of times people who just sit on the corner with their little signs, they are actually pretty well off. And it's not that I don't want to help I don't want to help anyone who doesn't need it, actually. There, I said it. I don't. If you're, like the gentleman who plays the music at Wesco on the corner there, like, he's out doing something. Is he being a productive member of society? That's up to you to decide. I think at least he's doing something, and his music's not bad. Why not? This gentleman, he's out rummaging in trash dumpsters, whatever he can, for bottles and stuff. That's what he wants to do, fine, and here you go. I don't like giving money. I give items, food if they accept. And I do that a lot too. I will say that I do that. I'm we'll see them on the corner a lot of times, and I'm like, all right, like, it's hot out, I'm gonna get a McDonald's, and I'll get, you know, get him a drink and something, whatever. Or just the food. And, I'll give him that. I agree with that, Panda. A lot, but I don't give him cash, typically. Like, I didn't give this guy cash, I just gave him my bottles. Thought about giving him cash, but I was like, nah, I don't want to seem too, like, because I had a lot of bottles. I probably had, like, $20 in bottles. Well, not 20, probably 15. No. It'd be 150. I probably had probably like $12. I had a lot of bottles. I had a 2016 Chevy Cruze trunk load of bottles. So however many that is. I had like 3 trash bags, 3 or 4 regular bags. I drink a lot of pop. That's not important. What is it? Oh, there's a whole bag right here. It doesn't matter. What does matter is 10 cents per bottle, so $12 be 120 bucks. Right. And I feel like that's probably what it was. That's probably what it was. Oh my god, my ice cream. So, anyway, going back to Facebook. You eating ice cream? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Keep eating, because I'm going to eat mine. I'm going to start sucking it soon, because it'll need a straw. It's the chocolate for me. But anyway, so, Facebook used to be really great for, like, your aunt that's out here, and, like, you barely knew her, like, until, you know, when you were knee-high, and she disappeared forever. And you're like, oh, fuck, I know you, your family. And, like, it was really great for keeping those kind of people in contact, you know, so you could be like, hey, they're having a family reunion or whatever, you know. Those people could join you, could build those bonds and stuff. But anymore, it's, like, fucking awful. It doesn't matter what your relation is. If you post it on Facebook, it's fucking fair game for them to just keyboard warrior themselves and tickle all of you. Like, I don't like that you said that. Like, okay, thanks, Ma. Like, bitch, you dead. What you talking about? Thank you. Thanks. Goat Raid. You stabbed me in the heart and you're to blame. Oh, it's shot, not stabbed. Son of a gun. Well, hello, everyone. Look at y'all. Goat Raid. Hi, Gamoch. How'd it go? How was your stream? Raid. God, that raid music fucking gets me every time. Oh. Hey, it's a raid. Wait! Oh no! My thing! I don't know why it's turned off, but alright. Look, I paid like $200 for that thing. I'm gonna fucking use it. I love it. Codes! Yeah. Codes. Codes always here. Codes is good. Codes is a good bean. Codes is best bean. Codes is a coffee bean, probably. Good, thank you. Just chill. Stream Unpacking Simulator. Oh, nice! I've been thinking about playing that. It seems really neat. How am I? I'm actually really good. I made 10 friends today. Which is really fun. Like, I met 10 people at Walmart, had a good chat, learned how to pick good corn, learned that a spatula isn't a spatula and it's another fucking plastic thing. And there's something else I learned. I learned another thing. What the hell was it? I learned about corn. I learned that fucking Aleve is short for alleviate because it alleviates your pain. Fucking... I learned that all by myself in the parking lot, too. So that was exciting. Yeah, I met 3 people while I was picking out corn, and they taught me, like, there was a lady who was, like, 83. She helped me pick out good corn. And then... I know, right? It's fucking wild as hell. And then, like, another lady, because I'm like, hey, I need... So it's, like, it's called a spatula. And the other thing that you use to, like, flip your burgers and stuff, that's a turner, right? So what I learned was that plastic thing that, like, if you got a mayo jar and you're like, I want this last bit of mayo, because I have a mayo jar that I want the last bit of mayo out of it, so I can bring that up. But, like, that's a spatula. It's plastic, right? And, like, foldable. The other thing's a turner. A lady told me that as I'm, like... complaining about it being a spatula and not understanding. So that was interesting. And then I met an older gentleman who I thought he was a veteran. He wasn't, but he's been married to his wife for 50 years on Tuesday. So good for them. It was a good time at Walmart. I had the most fun at Walmart I've had in so long. And it was because I went inside and did my shopping. But... I know, right? 50 years. I'm like, most people don't make 5. Good job. Add 10 times it by 10 and you're good. And don't forget to get your ice cream. It's ice cream eating time, by the way. So, what? Oh, so wild. It was a good time. But we've been talking about parenting. Salt of the earth. A little bit. Hey, everyone, they're salty, and I like my meat well salted. Delicious. So, like, what kind of ice cream? I've got mint chip by Blinded Light Fairlife. Yeah, it's melted. What kind of... Oh. Look, it's the thought that counts. It's the attempt. I don't correct myself anymore. The employees are salty too. Sweet. So, like, it's an all-meat bonanza. I know, right? So, no, on this After Dark, we've been talking about parenting. We've been talking about Facebook. The experience I fucking had the, like, other day. Let's see. What else have we talked about? I don't know. Also, like, the stream's been buffering a lot. So if I disappear, I'll probably be back in a new line. It's dumb. Also, this, like, giant fucking... Look at that. I'm trying to... This. Look at that. It's a cyst, but I can still slap the top of my hand, so figure that one out. Because, like... Stop licking the employees. No. I don't do requests. Dude, my cat licks so weird. Where are you, Barty? He's around somewhere. But, like, preacher's cyst? Is that what that is? I got it from working at a factory. Look, it could replace my nose. There it is. So, oh, yeah. So, I asked this dude about that. I'm like, hey, because this old lady, what they do is the cyst blows up in your, because what cysts are, I learned this from the person. What they are is your joints, like, because that's where they always happen, is like your joints and shit. Yes, it's a ganglion cyst. So there's a bunch of little dudes in there hanging out making one big cyst. And what causes them is the liquid, like, lubrication between your joints, essentially, builds up in this sac, essentially. And, like, it's just excess fluid from all that lubrication, right? And I want to take a diabetic needle and just, because I can. Yeah, that one, Synovial. Fluid. Synovial. Yeah. Look, I just wanted to feel smart. Mochi went up to me. She's smarter than me. And that's okay. I'm fine being the dumb one. Look, it happens. Don't forget to eat your ice cream. Mine's melting. Mine's so melty. It's great. By the way, I'm really surprised. Licking's great. I've been kind of dumb sometimes. I've been kind of the big stoop. So, like, the other day I was playing Red Dead Online. And my horse at the time was named Chief. His name has thusly changed to Buckwheat. And he's a dumbass. So there's, like, a bandit challenge or something, right? And I'm like, doodly-doo-doo, I bet he's up on this hill. Or not hill, like, the train track, right? So there's, like, okay, like where you guys are. Here's the river. Here's the train track. It goes, like, over, you know, right? You played Red Dead. Like, it goes over. Why am I blue? It goes over. And so I gallop from here, up here, right? And I'm like, oh my god, there's the dude. He's just, like, in the fucking track for some reason. Cool. Chief, a.k.a. Buckwheat, goes, that's really nice, jumps from the fucking bridge into the river and dies, murders me with him. But I'm the horse rancher, so I think I hit shift instead of control. And I think he kind of took that as, go. So it was great. We died. It was fun. Chief. Pretty much. He's like, yeah, you want this? Buckwheat. Oh, Buckwheat died. Buckwheat's his buckskin. I'll probably play it sometime for y'all. Because, like, with Red Dead Online, it's one of those games that I'm going to, like, play and then I won't play for a little bit and then play and then won't play. Because it's not really story-driven. It's more open world, have fun stuff. And I might play it during one of these little chats. Just because it's fun. So, here's a question for y'all. We were talking about parenting in the beginning, right? And, like, kids aren't born with manuals and stuff like that. So, Coda, we were talking about breaking the cycle. So, like, if you're raised by people who are mean, because, like, a lot of people, I feel, when you're a parent, they forget, I really want a fortune cookie, they forget what it's like when you were 5 and you rode your first bike. SNL buckwheat spelling biscuit. What? Biscuit? Like a biscuit? That's funny. Biscuit. I had no idea that was a thing. I just named him Buckwheat because that's what I kept calling him. Like, come on, Buckwheat, let's go. Accent and all. You have to. It's part of the game. Part of the game, y'all. So anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. No. Shit. Uh-oh. Don't tell me. I'll figure it out. I'll remember. It was... Huh. Yeah, there it goes. Parenting. Right, it was parenting, but like... Oh! No. Shit. No, don't tell me. I'll figure it out. It was... Okay, I remember. Yes. So, like... Let's say... So, like, when they repeat the cycle... Like, you were raised being yelled at and all this other stuff, and then you have children, and then you raise them by yelling at them and stuff. Like, why would you carry that on? And Coda made a good point that it's, pretty much that's what they saw, and like, you don't see good parents behind closed doors and stuff, but still, as a child, like, do you forget that feeling of being yelled at and stuff? You know, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people, and not even parents in general, like, people in general forget, like, when you were 5 and you rode your first bike and, like, they took off the training wheels and you didn't die. Like, they forget that feeling, you know? And they think, they just go, yeah, good job, kid. And the kid's like, fucking like, oh my God, I'm gonna remember this moment forever. And you're like, that's nice. Like, that's not nice. That doesn't feel good. I don't know. I just feel bad for kids and parents, I guess. But no, I was interested in, like, why people continue those cycles that they continue when they're so negative. There's a lot of times society tells people that yelling was okay, it was normal, everyone had that, so they realized it was an issue. That's true. That's true. Yeah. And there's a lot wrong with society, I suppose. And, like, I was talking before, like, it used to be a community, like, raised a kid, essentially. Not raised them, but, like, helped. And that's just kind of gone anymore. I don't know why. But also, it's hard to trust people. Now, me, I'm a jabbermouth going through Walmart making 10 friends. What you gonna do? I don't know. I feel bad for kids and I feel bad for parents. Get out of here. I'm busy. Little bug. He's probably eating my ice cream, like I should be doing. Oh well, I'll eat it later. Also, my throat's cold. Isn't that a good thing, though? Why am I like this? Who knows? Maybe it was how I was raised. But I know a lot of people, too. Let's see. Like what he says, I'd have to think we instinctually and subconsciously raise our children in the way we did, and it's up to us, like you just said, analyze and change your procedure and put more thought into it than your own parents did, because that's what you would have wanted. That's true. That's true. I think it's very much a subconscious level. And I think, too, it might depend where you're at in your own life when you have the children. So, like, if you're in your life, and, like, I like to talk about the life wagon, and, like, your life wagon is in a rut, and, like, you're just really frustrated, and you can't get out of this rut for some reason, and, like, you know, help's coming, but it's fucking down the road, and it's gonna be, like, a year before it gets here, and you have a kid, like, in that time? What is that toaster? What is this? Is this a fax machine? Oh, it's a fax machine. I thought it was a toaster. Sorry. I'm kind of silly. Big stoop. Anyway, it's a toaster. It's the brave little toaster. Either way, it's a toaster. So, oh fuck. It depends on the community you encountered in your life as well. That's very true. And also, I think it depends on, like, the family structure, because, like, toast equals facts, for sure. Burnt facts. Oh, fact. Clever. Because I can say as a parent, if I hadn't known some of the people I know, I would have been like my parents. Interesting. That's interesting. That's a good point, too. Because I wonder sometimes what I would be like if I didn't have, like, my grandparents, like, the good ones. What I'd be like. Because, like, you know, I didn't have great parents. I think a lot of people didn't have great parents. And it's so interesting, too, to think of how deeply your parents affect your life. Like, even if it's little shit, like, a lot of times kids remember that. Another thing, too, is, like, kids know, like, even if they're 3, 5, let's say they don't understand English, they don't understand, like, what you're saying, but they understand if you're being malicious or kind. All the time, I think, personally. And, like, I don't know, it's very interesting, like, at 32, I'll be like, because, like, I wanted to buy something today. I don't know what it was, but I wanted to buy something. And I'm sitting here like, why do I want to spend money? What's the trauma? And I'm like, what? It's not just parents. It's a people important close to you. All those types can mess you up. That's true. That is very true. But they can mess you up and they can also help you too. Like, it can be more than just being messed up. You know, like my grandpa didn't mess me up, I would say. He did a good job. He was a good boy. He did a good job. Let's see. What about your own parents end up being like your own kids? So, like, when they get older? You mean? What about your own parents ends up being like your own kids? Interesting. I never thought about that. Because sometimes they do. Sometimes, like, as they get older and stuff, they act more bratty, like a fucking toddler, and you're like, why? Why are you like this? That one threw me. It does throw. It's got a good arm. But, like, I kind of get it, I think. If I think about it real hard, like when people get dementia and then, like, have to, you know, they revert type thing. I don't know. It's very interesting to, like, examine people in their lives and, like, where their life cart is. I don't know. My life cart's fucking lost on a hill. I just got the horse. I ain't got no cart. All my shit's gone. Where it is, I don't know. In the woods, maybe? Could be stuck in a tree. Like, parents, they act more clingy or relying on you. Even though they're your parent. I get that. I think in that instance, that comes from them, like, you, as you get older, and also some people, as they're younger, and depending on what they experience, you recognize your own mortality. And you also recognize everything you regret. So, let's say your parents weren't the best, and, like, as they're getting older, they're like, oh, fuck, I really fucked this kid up. So then, like, and instead of having that hard talk and sitting down and be like, yo, I'm sorry for what I did as you were growing up. Let's see, Panda says, a lot of times it's because of a lot of time the brain degrades back to infancy. And sometimes it's case by case. Agreed. I do agree that a lot of times it's probably more so a mental, the mind is kind of going. But I do think also, if it's not that, then it's them expressing regret for what happened. So, like, I would say me and my dad are equal parts clinging to each other, but also we're the only family we got left, so that's kind of a special case. But with others, I'd almost say that they have regrets for how they may have raised their kid. So they want that closeness. They want someone, and this is going to sound really hard, they want someone there for them at the end when they're dying. And they don't want to die with regret. And for them to, if they're acting clingy or relying on you more, some people see that, like putting the relying on someone. Let's see, obligatory involved now, want to make up for what they did. Right. So they're like, well, I'm relying on you, and because it's hard, because I don't know, for a lot of people it's completely different situation by situation, because some people, if they're raised terribly, they leave at 18 or whenever they can, and that's it. The parents might want to reconcile after 10, 20, 50 years, well, 50, yeah, okay, but however long, and that opportunity they have destroyed with their own child. Sometimes no amount of time for people will allow them to forgive and try to build the bonds back. And that's completely up to that person too. When you hurt someone and you say sorry, that doesn't make it go away. That doesn't mean you didn't hurt them. That means that they're giving you another chance, right? And I do think with the whole relying and clingy, that's more of a desperate, I realize my own mortality, and I said this, I realize my own mortality, and I don't want to die alone, I think, or have the no regrets, because you know, I don't want to touch on death too much on this one. I do that enough. Because, like, we all die alone, to be quite frank. Very rarely do you ever not. And I think that, too, is part of, like, people being like, well, I can't die right now. Like, so-and-so's here. That's rude. So when the people leave, they're like, and they finally relax. That's my opinion. Let's have some more ice cream, shall we? My ice cream's getting foamy. What does that mean? I don't know. It still tastes good. Love me my mint chip. But yeah, that was a good question, Gamoch. I can get so deep. I got 8 inches of BDE ready to lock and load at any moment. Also, it's the trauma. Let's see, Code says, I hate so much when somebody hurts or disrespects me and then goes, I wasn't disrespectful. Like, it drives me insane. See, we all gotta walk it, and we do. So, with Codes, what he said, and I completely agree. Like I said, if you're disrespected, if you're offended, now, people are allowed their opinions. It's different when, in a weird way, life is a slow little journey. It really is. You get some NPCs to play along with you, but in the end, it is your story and your journey. Life is like a book. Life is like lemons. No, life is like a book, really, if you think about it. So, like, let's say, you know, you're born, you're a kid. That's your, like, first chapter, right? Like, you're learning, you know, you get, like, the first 5 chapters are, like, the tutorial, right? And then, you know, you get into the more meaty chapters, and then every time there's a sad chapter, though, it does end and does flip to a new chapter. Even if you're at the end of the book. Because really, right, and with what Codes is saying, like, okay, so there's a difference between I'm going to share an opinion I have, and then you're offended by it, versus someone being blatantly rude and disrespectful to you. Like, they're not allowed to be like, oh, whatever, that wasn't that big of a deal. If it was a big deal to you, then that's what matters. You know, like, that is, they don't get the sorries and all that stuff. Even if you accept the apology, right, blatant disrespect. If they apologize, so they blatantly disrespected, they go, you kind of fucking suck. And then they come back like a day later, they're like, yo, I'm really sorry. You're still allowed to be hurt by it. You're allowed to accept the apology and still be hurt by it. Like, just because you accept the apology doesn't mean that it's just written off and, you know, oh, everything's back to how it was before you made that rude comment. No. You're allowed to be hurt about that. Let's see. Just happened to me today, believe it or not. Close friend really disappointed me. Really weird this is coming up. Weird, but maybe it's good. Maybe it's supposed to come up. Who fucking knows? Because I don't. I like these talks. These are good talks. And I think being disappointed in friends, that's gonna happen. That is something that, as human beings, being friends with other human beings who are all at fault, even ourselves, that's gonna happen. Now, it is completely different, disappointed. Like, if you're disappointed that, hey, I thought you were gonna do this, like, it really disappointed me in that. Let's see. Thank you, brother. Some things are for the best. I feel better. I know where he stands. Yeah. That does also help. Because if they're blatantly rude to you and upsetting, expected more. And that is a really big letdown, and I'm sorry that happened to you. But also, do you need friends like that? You know? You got us. It's just the internet, but you know what? Sometimes that's... Let's see, Code says, yeah, I've cut off friends for being blatantly disrespectful like that. And honestly, I think that's good. I really do. Because that, you're setting your boundaries, and then people are going to understand, like, okay, like, when he says that he's got this boundary, he means it. Let's see. We do have wonderful people. We have a right to kick them out of our lives. You do. You're not obligated to be friends close with anybody. That's especially if they're toxic to you. That's not an obligation. And I do know that sometimes it's super hard to, like, make those choices. So, like, you know that this person's toxic for you. Let's say, like, at one point, because I'm kind of going through something like this. It's a choice, really. It is. But let's say sometimes it's not an easy choice. Because sometimes you're friends with someone for a really long time, and they are still, so when you met, you're both at this level, and then, you know, you've kind of gone on your life journey, you've had these experiences, you've grown as a person, you've understood more of what you want to do with your life, what you stand for, so instead of being here with them, you're more like here, and they're still stagnant. And that can bring up a lot of hard stuff, because, you know, that's still your friend that you've known for like 10 years, but are they not gonna, if they're not gonna grow with you, and then if they don't grow with you, and let's say they get jealous or actively rude about it, that adds more layers. And then you need people that are gonna lift you up, whether it's hard times, good times, whatever times. Those people exist out there. I like to think I'm one of them, but not to toot my own horn, because I'm not perfect. Let's see. Code said exactly, it sucks still having to hear about them all the time because other people still talk about them a lot, but I try to shrug it off and not think about it. Yeah. 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 And I think, too, it's really hard when you've been close with that person for so long and, like, thought you had that really strong bond, and it turns out that, like, you didn't. Like, you're the only one that felt that way. I think that's also really... It's hard. But as much as you have... Let's look at this positively, too, right? Because as much as you have... But equality. As much as you have that horrible experience, you're gonna have the good ones, too, where, like... Oh no, I'm gonna cry. Where, like, people love you and care about you and they're not gonna disappoint you. And sometimes it takes a while to find those people. Especially if you've surrounded yourself with kind of those, like... Exactly at home with no avail. Good. Like, you don't need the toxicity in your life because it's not gonna help you. And maybe that person, maybe over time, they'll grow and they'll realize what they did and exactly what they did. Not like, oh man, I was a dick. No, like, I was a fucking asshole or whatever. You know, I'm not sure of the situation. That's fine. But it is completely fine with you. Okay. I made it easy to walk away. Well, and that's good. That's perfectly fine. That's a-okay. And I'm sure it still stings, and it'll probably sting for a while, depending on how close you were with that person. But there's still good people out there. And I know you'll meet them. You met us, right? So it's hard. Life is hard. So that's a chapter in your book. Oh, thank you. I try. I just want everyone to know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. I've been through a lot of stuff in my 32 years. It's dumb and hard and awful. But, you know, so I like to think of it like this, too. When you have a really bad, like, thunderstorm, right? And it's, like, fucking dark. Like, it's, like, noon, but you're like, nah, it's, like, midnight, bro. Because it's that fucking dark, right? And it's super rainy. It's super spooky because you're afraid of thunderstorms. You don't have enough blankets to make a tent. So, like, you're just scared. Okay? But after the rain's over, right? It's like an hour-long thunderstorm. The rain's done, and you step outside, and the sky feels like a much brighter blue. And, like, the rain dripping from the leaves, like, the wetness and all that stuff, like, everything looks brighter. Right. And every storm can be a learning opportunity, too. So, like, oh, hey, we lost a lot of branches from this tree. Let's tear it down. Not saying that I've recently torn down a tree or anything. Learning is when we gain wisdom. That could be one of them fucking posters, you know, like encouragement posters. I like that, Gamoch. Hurting is when we gain wisdom. I like that. And I think that's really true. Unfortunately. Because hurting is when, you know, you kind of learn, like, it's gonna go right next to the hang there in their kitty poster, pretty much. And then, like, in that picture is a picture of the cat, like, on the ground, like, underneath it. That'd be funny. But no. It's hard. But, and I think a lot of it is growing pains, too, if you really think about it, because you're growing in what you're willing to put up with someone with. Regardless of it being specifically that person, like, in all of your relationships, now you've got that standard for yourself, which is good because no one's going to love you more than you're going to try to love yourself. And that's the most important thing, I think. personally. Because, I don't know, you know, your life book, it's very interesting to read. You just gotta make it through all the hard chapters too, like when Sirius dies. Spoiler alert. You just gotta make it through the chapter. No, it's hard. This is so weird. I had the same conversation at lunch today. Really? What an interesting coincidence. That's so interesting. Love yourself before we can love someone else. So, okay, let's talk about that for a minute. Because I agree with it. However, I do think sometimes if you're super negative, so like I used to be super negative, still kind of am sometimes, depends on where I'm at in the deep dark, right? But if you're a negative person, sometimes, and this person may not stay in your life forever, but sometimes you do need another person's affirmations to you. Like, you know, you wake up and you're like, I'm fucking ugly. Like, look at me, I'm a dicklet. But you need that other person's affirmations, like, no, like, you know, I like your freckles, or whatever it might be. Something that you don't like about yourself, they enjoy. A message was be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. I agree with that. I just, be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. Yeah, I feel like that's the safest way to look at stuff. But if you've prepared for the worst, have you also kind of expected the worst? I feel like that one of my love languages, the affirmation. I think that's for a lot of people. Because so many people I've met in my life's journey growing up didn't get that. A word of affirmation, yes. Like, so many people didn't get that growing up. Let's see, Equality says, totally get where you're saying Priz, outside perspective is crucial. Sometimes in order to utilize set ideas in your self-reflection so you can love yourself. Agreed. Now, that's not saying that this person who's helped you see that is going to stay around forever, because some people don't. Some people are meant to stay in your lives, help you with that next step, and then move on themselves. And maybe you help them with another thing that they're struggling with, you know, and sometimes you help people and you don't even know it. So it's just one of those things you just don't know sometimes, and that's okay. It's okay to not know. And sometimes maybe you didn't, but they helped you, and that's fine too. You don't have to help everyone you come across. Now, obviously, if you're looking at like a long-term relationship, you know, like that's a whole other story. But let's see, not to say to expect the negative, just know it's possible. I agree. And that's, yeah, it is possible. And the negative is always, it's always a possibility. And unfortunately, a lot of times it feels like that's what happens more than the positive outcome. Honestly, are you guys hungry? Do you want some snacks? Here, I'll get you some snacks. Just a second. Here you go. Let me give you some snacks. Here, have some snacks. Have some snacks. Have some snacks. No, here, get some snacks. Get some snacks! There you go. There's your snacks. So, I love snacking. Anyway, obviously, as I have ice cream. There you go. Would you like help getting the snacks? Jump, please. Here, I'll help you get snacks. I can help. I'll help you. Wait, let's lay out some more snacks. I'll help you get snacks. Here, have some help. Get snacks. Ba-doom. There you go. Get some snacks. Hey, I won 30. Get some snacks. This is so good. It is. But yeah, and I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. And also, so when you think about like life's book, holy crap, he just flew off screen. Gosh. Oh man, Scooby snacks are the fucking best. If you don't, come here, boom arm. Where's this? Don't die on me. Okay, so, ow. Okay, look, what you need to do is you need to take some Scooby snacks. Okay, this is very important. Your attack feeds me. No, shh. Take some Scooby snacks. Go get the cheesecake filling tubs from Walmart or Meijer and just start fucking scooping. Yeah, it's a fucking dream treat. ASMR Priz right here. I'll fucking keep hitting my headphone, but it doesn't matter. Go get that. It's fucking delicious. It's so fucking good. I love it. Bro, I could talk like this forever. Whisper in my ear more? What would you like me to whisper? Oh, you like words of affirmation? Sounds like a felony? It's a dream felony. So, Kimochi, You're beautiful. You're very wonderful. I hope you realize that. Am I whispering too loudly to you? I'm sorry. My lips feel very like, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. You're a beautiful human being. And you have a lovely singing voice. I know, I've heard it. It's beautiful. Look into my eyes. Both of them. Here they are. Damn, I know. I'm a fucking gentleman, okay? Look, I don't have people call me daddy for no reason. I love you too. People do call me daddy though. It's a thing. But anyway, that's not important. What is important is that my ice cream is literally half melted. Do you have your ice cream? Okay. So anyway. What are we talking about? Oh yeah. So like I love the dog. So if you look at life as in like life's book, don't worry, we're all confused. Don't worry about it. I butter pecan and cookies ice cream, sweet, good. Why is my thing keep dying? I don't know. What was I gonna say? If you think about life as like it's a book, right? Try not to get banned. I'm always banned. That always happens. Not actually. Actually, I don't have a lot of copyright stuff. Other than the fuckers are like, so I paid to have like this kind of thing. This music, right? I paid to have like the thing to like be able to use this as much as my fucking heart desires. Twitch, the reason why I don't do my 10-minute like starting soon things anymore is because every time I do, they silence my streams after the VOD's over. And I upload, like, After Darks I upload to YouTube, and, like, other ones I upload. Also, that scream that broke my voice last Saturday, Codes, I didn't clip it. I clipped it. My voice hurts. But yeah, they took it away from me! And I'm like, well, no. Like, do I go through the hassle of messaging Twitch and being like, I fucking have the thing for that? Or do I just not? That's where I'm stuck. That's where I'm torn. Because, like, I like them, though. Like, during these, they're nice to have in the background. Like, nice, cool, refreshing fucking... Fuck me. Do it? Alright, I will. I'm not hard to convince. My rights to party. Man. To party, yeah! Mm-hmm. Do I have Spotify Premium? I do not. I don't have Spotify. I've never used Spoofy. Ever. I have no idea how the program works. Not a damned clue. I've never used Spoofy. Never. Look. Am I tech savvy? Depends on the tech. Am I app savvy? No. No, I get like those brain teaser games. That's what I like. My dad had an IQ of 100. You just open it up in a browser and play music, but Premium does it without ads. There's lots of streamer-friendly playlists on there. Well, the thing that confuses me about this is it's through my voice mod thing. So like this one, you know, it's through this. So it allows you can make your own sounds. You can use sounds, like you can change, I can make a voice changer, custom, and it has those music things. Also, it's my favorite fucking button in the damn world. I like how I bleeped out God and not damn. I forgot about this button, to be honest with you. It's so fucking great. And also when you pair it with like censoring yourself, makes it even, so like if I say fucking great, but then go fucking great, it's all about the comedy, baby. So anyway, see, it's nice to have these good, serious talks with these, like, you know, happy moments, right? It's nice. And I'm glad that you guys have come in and we kind of talked about that a little bit. I hope it, like, you know, brightened your day a little bit. Hopefully, right? Yeah. And, you know, if you're in my Discord, even if you're not, but if you ever need someone to talk to, you can always message me on there, buds. I mean it, too. I really do. Like, I'm literally nonstop on my phone. It's actually a problem. You're welcome. I have a big pee-pee. I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. You're welcome. No, you're welcome. But yeah, I try, like, obviously if I don't answer, I'm probably sleeping. Because I do put my phone on silent, except for phone calls, because, you know, who knows what could happen. But I will answer you when I wake up. And I mean that. I really do. I literally have pretty much friends all over the world, actually. I've got someone in Britain. Appreciate the chance for you sharing and listen to us. Absolutely. 100%. That's what this is for. That's what this is about. I have no secrets. Literally, I have, like, pretty much 0 secrets. I'm pretty open about a lot of stuff. Do I have a secret? Well, no, that's a lot. Let's see. Well, no, We like secrets? I don't have any, though. People have to ask me about them because I don't think to, like, well, I really just kind of open my mouth and say anything, don't I? Do I have secrets? You know what? I'll get back to you on that. Maybe I do have secrets. Do I have secrets? Yeah, I probably got secrets. I got secrets. Yeah, I got secrets. We all got secrets. But anyway, that's not important. What's important is that I do want to have you guys comfortable here and all that stuff. And I like these talks. I could be a talk show goddamn host, right? I didn't bleep myself, but that's alright. Man, if I ever get rich enough, I will pay. They'll have to be like ready, but I'll pay someone to bleep me live. Could you imagine? I'm uncomfortable. I recommend a pillow. Oh, there's a chair that I found that I want so badly. It's called the Papasan chair. Right? Have you seen those where they're like so they got their it's like a big cup with a big fucking pillow in it. I fucking want one, but the weight limit's $250. My fucking foot's $250. Also, I shaved. Could you imagine? I'm not telling you. Well, fine. Keep your... What is it, Frodo? Keep your secrets. Man, so if I ever got rich enough, one, I would pay someone. They'd have to be good. But they would have to bleep my words live. Could you imagine, like, bleeping my swears live? You're not going to know what I say. I don't know what I'm going to say half the time. There goes my ice cream. But could you imagine that, like, when dragons shed, they're just like, Becky, feel my leg. I just shed, Becky, feel. Yeah, Papasan chairs do seem comfy, and I really fucking want one. But then it's like, do I need one? I could get rid of that. I don't think it's even possible. What? What's possible? Real time being insane. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'd pay them good. If they were good, they'd have to be good, though. But I could also pay someone to, like, put up memes. Like, I could have found that Frodo meme and been like, hey, no. I would want them to have a worthwhile job. That wouldn't be worthwhile, I don't think. But no. These are always fun. These are always good. I think they're good. I mean, Twitch has been a little coward and not been nice about keeping not buffering going, except for now. The second go around, third go around, hummering go arounds. You can pay me to do this. Put up memes. What's your rate? I love that sound. If I at Bartholomew, he usually mews at me, but I don't know where he's at. Where is he? I don't know, he's gone. So I feel bad because I lied to my snake. I was like, hey, Boba, you want to go for a walk later? And she was like... So I was like, cool, I'll take that as a yes. I forgot to take her on the walk. I took Buster. My bad. I feel like a bad snake mom. I swear to God, there's fucking bones everywhere in this house. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's a bone. That's a skull, actually. A deer. Stupid, ugly deer, but a deer nonetheless. All my mint chips are at the bottom. I've been talking too much. That's the point, though. That's the point. But no, Code's brought up good topics today. Everyone has, really. So, a random fact. Did you know that Bambi was the first Disney movie to ever showcase someone dying, aka Bambi's mom? I know. Wild. Did you know that I have the second book of Bambi? There's actually 2 books. The first one was written in Give it a second. 1928. the second one, called Bambi's Children. Bambi is a fucking dick, by the way, in case you were curious. He's a fucking asshole. Bambi's Children was written in Highbuster, I think it was the 50s. Maybe it wasn't. This one's old. I mean, the other one was old too. I have a book from like the 1800s. Don't worry, I'll give you another fact. I won't give you just Bambi facts. 1939. So 10 years later. Not bad. I also have another deer book called Firebringer. Bambi versus Godzilla. Like, it'd be like, you're like fucking Bambi's at Godzilla's toe. And then it's like, and then he just gets like, Mighty Light here. Thanks for the stream and the wonderful conversation, Priz, and same to you, Gamochi. Excellent work today, ladies. Good night and aloha to you all. Good night, Equity. Have a good night. Sleep well. I know it's like 1:30 here. Wow. It's been an hour already? Damn. Yeah. I know it's late. So have a good night. Sleep well, and thank you for coming. Again, if you ever need someone to talk to, feel free. My Discord's in the whatever Discord. The Twitch Discord's in the thing. Yes. Sleep well. Enjoy yourself. I would have joined Kamochi's stream. It's only 7:30 for you? Hot diggity. Well, it's like 1:30 here. Which isn't terrible. Kids these days. Them children, though, let me tell you, them children, though, need a whooping. Some of them need a good whooping. I can whoop them. What are you gonna whoop them with? Can't pick up sticks anymore. Man, gas is $5 a gallon here. Can you believe? Let's see, no, another fact. We're like getting whooped. Whoopee cushions. No, I need another fact. Let's see. What's another fact that I haven't said yet? Did you know that there's a telescope heading... Really? 534? Wow. Wow. Where are you? You must be like way over yonder. AM or PM for you? Wait. Aren't you in No. I don't know. Sometimes I got friends from like... I got a friend in Britain. I got a couple friends in Canada. 808, right. 808, right. Okay. 808, yeah. I knew someone else from the 808. Interesting. Like, that's all the people I know from 808 or whatever. I don't know their real name, so don't ask, because I don't know. Oh, shoot. There's another telescope taking the same route as the Hubble telescope, the one that gave us, like, those really nice pictures, but it's, like, like 5 times the size or something. It's got like a shit ton of mirrors on it and all this other stuff and cameras and whatever. So, and it can detect infrared light. So when it gets to the same position in a certain spot of the universe as the Hubble, it'll be able to take deeper photos and like we'll see more because it'll also take an infrared photo as well. And the Hubble did not have that ability. Isn't that interesting? It's so fascinating. And, like, it's so incomprehensible, I think, the, like, vastness of the universe. Aliens are coming. And they might be, because, like, I think it's very egotistical for human beings to think they're the only intelligent life in the universe. Excessively egotistical, actually. Like, the process is happening everywhere. You know, it's not just, like, an Earth thing. Like, Earth had all the proper elements for life, but who's to say that you can't have these other elements, like, shit lives in the bottom of the fucking ocean, like, maybe there's a planet that's the bottom of the ocean, you know, I don't know, and, like, they're like, oh, we'll be able to find, like, planets like Earth and stuff, which are probably, okay, so for one, they're probably already inhabited if they're like Earth, right? 2, so what, we're just gonna fucking start galactic wars so that we can have this planet to save our own species? I've seen that movie. Done and well. Why do so many religions have similar stories? Maybe they all stem from the same event, but different perspectives. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I've thought about that too. Because a lot of them have, like, it's not verbatim the same story, but it's like are very similar. I feel that. Interesting thought. I haven't met one of those. An interesting thought. I know I'm terrible. But yeah. Ah, there's Barty. I thought me on ice cream. Different continents, similar stories. But what if it was all triggered by the same event? Because, like, a big enough event, like the dinosaurs and their meteor, like, that was a big enough event to take effect on a global scale. So what if it was something similar? Hello. This is Bartholomew. Yes. Marty, you want some ice cream? Okay. But anyway, that could be. What event that would be, I have no fucking idea. Yeah, it's Barty. Bartholomew. 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 He's like, I'm listening. Barty. There he is. There's your little fish. Oh, I love you. Okay, bye. Where you going? Bartholomew. Bartholomew. He wants snuggles. Let's give Bart some snuggles. So, I don't know. That's a very... And also, like, dragons. I mean, we'll use the word dragons lightly for this discussion. Many jinglers are fixated on... What's a pleiadiad? Pleiadiad. What's that? What is that? I'm not sure. Should I Google it? I could Google it. Or you could tell me. Well, like, there's, like, a hyperfixation, too, thing with, like, constellation. Oh, okay. That's true. Maybe it's, like, they were bored. Maybe, because, like, I don't know, sometimes I look up in the sky and you're looking at, like, constellations and stuff, and I'm like, how the fuck is this thing? like, people just, like, looked up in the stars. Also, maybe it was a way of explaining stuff, too. Because, like, we always search for answers as human beings. So that could be that it was one of those, like, I don't know the answer, but I'm going to make up something. And, like, Pumbaa and Timon. You know, what do you think they are? Well, I think they're this. Well, I think they're this. Well, I like Steve's idea better than fucking Bob's idea. Like, that's a terrible idea. Fucking balls of gas. They're fireflies. I think that could be. Like, just searching for an answer, but not having the ability to actually find the true answer, maybe. Look at this happy cat. He's terrible. Not terrible, he's a good kid. Except for when he likes to run outside. With his leash collar not on. It's collar, not a leash, but whatever. Let's see. Codithan says, well, the stars were one of the few things back then literally everyone in the world could see, and they were this bright, mysterious thing, so people speculated. Yeah. What about dragons? Using the term lightly because some of them aren't dragons or are subspecies, but that's fine. Because, like, they're in Europe. They're in... The only place that I don't know where they are, or if they existed, would be Native American lore and stuff. But they have, like, Wendigos and shit, you know? Like, why? Why are... And because dragons are in China? They're in Europe. They're, like, pretty much all over the place. Like I said, I'm not sure about the Native American lore or anything. But I know they got Wendigos. I like Wendigos. Okay, maybe you shouldn't like Wendigos. But I think they're neat. Barty, your claw's stuck in my dress. Thank you. And now it's stuck in my flesh. Ow. Put it away. Thank you. Let's see. J Twitch. I'm guilty of watching the Ancient Aliens show and I'm a scientist and I go between thinking they are nuts and that's a good point / argument. I feel like if you have a really strong conviction on what something is, you can make it almost into a good argument. Like for me, pickles and cucumbers are not the same. They're not. They're completely different. They don't come from the same area. They don't come from the same plant. That's fucking ludicrous. Ow. They are separate. I refuse to believe anything else. That's just me being stubborn. But Ancient Alien showing up a scientist and I go between thinking I haven't watched any of it, but I do find it really interesting how like the big pyramids and stuff, pickles and cucumbers both are awful. Look, pickles are much fathomably fucking better than cucumbers. Cucumbers are disgusting. They deserve to die. So, Barty, you need to pick something because you're not going for my ice cream. And that's where he goes. Okay. So anyway, I've never watched the show. Unfortunately, because I do like science. Like, I tried to do a Sunday science stream, an SSS, if you will. Because I got a microscope, and I like using it. It didn't go well, though. I couldn't get it to work. It didn't work really well. I couldn't get my phone to stay, and it was really sad. It was fun. But, like, so I do find it very, like, interesting that no one knows how these, because also the big-ass pyramids are fucking everywhere, too. Like, why? Why is it a pyramid? That's my question. Why not, like, a regular square house? Why is it a pyramid? Maybe it's because it was an easier structure to build? But also, why? Because it is technically a period, okay. A pyramid, triangle, whatever. Triangle is the strongest, doohickey. The ancient cultures moves over, stones over 1,000 tons. We would have a challenge doing the same today. Right. Like the Easter Island heads or whatever, they're actually like whole ass bodies or something. Like the heads are just the part that's sticking out. Isn't that true? No, I completely agree, because that's, how did they do it? Granted, they had a lot more time on their hands, I feel, back then. But also, like, how the fuck did they move them things? It sure as hell wasn't like, alright, everyone push, and we'll get it on this log, and then we'll just keep rotating logs till we get there. Because some of that stuff, too, was, like, a long fucking ways away, and they didn't have cars, or... They might have had, like, horse-drawn stuff, but, like, no fucking team of horses is pulling 1,000 tons without leaving, like, a severe divot in the fucking road, you know? And even then, like, all the dirt getting in front of it, they'd stop after a while. They wouldn't make it the miles that they were. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know if I believe in aliens or not. I don't think that we're the only intelligent species in, like, the universe. Necessarily. But also, like, I don't see why they'd bother to come fuck with us either. Unless it was funny. I'd be that kind of person if I had space technology and it was just readily available to me. You know, they found a planet with people on it, right? Where are they at? I don't know, like Stone Age. Let's go fuck with them. Like, that could very well be. Maybe it's just some kids that got bored. Alien kids, and they're like, I want to fuck with these people. Hell yeah. Let's see. Some of the Egyptian sculptures were so systematically perfect that they wonder how it was done. That's true. I've heard that too. That and like fucking gorgeous. Could you imagine? That, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it was alien straight Twitch? Could have been. I don't know though. No, because I'm thinking like, well, what if they carved them like kind of like how, what's it called, oh god, the thing with the fucking president in it. I don't know the hell's the name of it. Mount Rushmore. Thank you. Oh, that's like in the, but obviously Egypt's not like that. Let's see. Codathan says that's what the plot for Stephen King book Under the Dome. It was an alien kids that thought they were playing a game. That's funny. Me and Steven got a lot in common. What if alien kids were just jerks? Got it. Let's write a book. Because it could very well be. Starting to lean towards alien influence on humankind. But then what would have made them stop? What would have made them... Or have they stopped? Because, like, we don't get structures like that anymore. Guidance or whatever. Maybe they did, like, dream stuff. They haven't stopped? Oh, shit. Is that why we have, like, Statue of Liberty? Oh, okay. So, like, planted the seeds and soon they'll reap what they sow? That's interesting. My ice cream's not ice cream. It's more like soup cream. That's an interesting concept. But what's the end result then? What would the end goal be? There has to be an end goal. If you're going to put all this fucking work into it. Also, that was a long time ago. Of course, they could live longer than us. Also, oxygen just slowly kills you, which is interesting as well. Let's see. Code says there's lots of games, books, movies, etc., where alien life forms visit primitive planets, help them at a certain point in their evolution. Oh. Interesting. Maybe it could be. Oh, man. I read this thing. It was super fucking cool. So, there's like a galactic federation, right? And Earth had been in the radar for a while. But they're a little not there for us to let them join, right? Code says, but the aliens would leave and the primitive species would remember them as gods. That's fair. It could very well fucking be. That happened in Star Trek. The first one. Yeah. They met one of them and all the rest were dead. Because, like, they just lived really long, but, like, they weren't gods. They were just higher beings type thing. But I don't know, whatever. But anyway, so this alien galactic federation thing. So, and this is just a story, but it's very interesting. So, after a while, like, humankind, they simmered down. They didn't have as many wars, things like that. Like, they weren't as violent. And so, finally, that Galactic Federation came up. They're like, look, we think you're ready. Come on, let's go. So, they join them, you know, and it's a very peaceful community and all that stuff, and Galactic Federation, whatever. Very peaceful. Wow. This other group of aliens comes from another place, and they are just, like, fucking planet destroyers, right? Now, a lot of these, like, the humans, they have their women, their children stay on the planet. The men kind of typically leave. So these aliens are coming, they're destroying these planets and stuff, and, like, they're kind of freaking out, right? Well, the mean aliens get to Earth and blow it the fuck up. They're like, patoom, right? Well, that was the wrong answer. They wound up killing, I don't know if they blew it up, but they wound up killing everyone on the planet. So what the humans did is, and it's very, I wish I could find it, but I know I won't find it in time. But the humans go, okay. And they went back to them barbaric roots. So the other aliens, they had super advanced technology and stuff. The humans were coming at them with, like, skipper ships compared to, like, battleships, right? And fucking annihilating them because the humans were ruthless. Those aliens had brought back that ruthless kind of chaos that humans are just innately known for in the galactic community. And the alien that's kind of writing this transcript, he goes, it was horrifying to see this. And the humans decimated this alien force with skipper ships and things that they patched together because they wanted revenge for their planet's people. And the humans then left the Galactic Federation, handed in a little note and said, bye. And then they basically, like, brought back the fucking barbaric race of humans, and it was, you know, to the aliens, they're like, holy fuck, like, we had these people with us and they could have done this shit. I thought it was very interesting. I also like the ones that, like, the aliens keep humans as pet. Those are really cute, too. I could probably find one of those faster than the other one. But it's super interesting. Super interesting. And, like, I don't know. And I do wonder if sometimes, like, they do flybys and they're just like, not yet. Because, like, honestly, humans remind me of a rat experiment. Because there was an experiment with rats. And I don't remember when it was done. I think it was the 50s, maybe 60s. I think it was the 50s. But they had two groups of rats. These rats were super mean. They were very aggressive, not holdable or anything. Like, you had to wear mittens to, like, hold them, right? The other group of rats, they were all nice. You could pick them up. They would play. They were just gentle all around, right? They took these two groups of rats with the same, you know, kind ones with nice ones and mean ones with mean ones, put them in two separate homes. Humans, like, as a group, they do. And this is why they remind me of the rat experiment. So they put them into two separate groups. Okay, the nice ones, nice. And they gave them no human interaction for, like, I think it was 5 generations or so. And then after the rats that had known people were dead. They were toast. Mean, nice, they were all dead. So then the scientists went in, because they're given, you know, food, water, all that stuff, just not through people. It was just like auto dispensed or whatever. So they go back, and the nice rats, they can go right in, they can pick them up. Now these rats had never seen people before, but they can still go in, pick them up. They're just as sweet as can be. The mean ones were 10 times meaner than the fucking original group that went in. They were just fucking nasty. Bite, chew, anything they could. And that reminds me a lot of people. Because, like, while we're a product of our environment, you're also a product of yourself. Like, yes, you can blame, I was raised in a shitty thing and it's just terrible. Okay. But if you're gonna let that define you, then you haven't grown at all. You can't let that be your only defining feature. Now, obviously, like, you're like, look, I had a shitty childhood, and I fucking tried to get out there and work, or whatever, you know? And it just, nothing fucking went my way, my fucking dog died, everything died, and my fucking wife left me, or whatever it might be. Like, you tried, and that's what matters, but some people don't try. It's like, why not? Why not try? Try to make it better. I don't know. People are just, there's too many of us, and they're too mean. I think. I do. I think there's too many people. And there's not enough humanity. You know? There's really not. There's too many people and not enough humanity. There's not. There's no compassion for your fellow person. There's no... And I think that is... Learn from your past and try to be better. Exactly. Right. It's... You can't use the excuse of like, well, that's how I was raised. But you understand that it's bad. You understand that it's shitty. So stop it. You know? Like, you understand that punching someone is wrong. It's not okay. Like, you can't... Well, I didn't know it was wrong, but you know the difference between right and wrong. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm trying to articulate what I want. My brain's all fuzzy with the chocolate. The chocolate... I was gonna say chocolate milk. I mean, it's basically milk now. Good. I'm glad you're with me in my pee-pee. But yeah, like, there comes a point in time, well, that's just how I was raised, but you know that it's wrong. You know that it's bad. Unless you were actually incompetent of knowing right from wrong, which can happen to people, there's no excuse. You know that beating people, children, spouses is wrong. So why are you doing it? As a guy, there are still some times that someone might need to get punched. And there are. And I think that, like, the good old-fashioned bouts you could have with people, you know, to, like, stand up for honor or whatever. Like, sometimes someone just needs the shit kicked out of them. You know? Seriously, like, sometimes that's what they need to be put in their place, but you can't do that anymore. You can't put someone in their place, which kind of sucks. I think, because they don't listen to you. You know, you try to reason with them, they're unreasonable. The only thing that they understand is violence, unfortunately. Or sometimes they're just belligerent because they think that, well, I'm superior to you because I'm an inch taller. It's like, okay, and... You smell like Nichols and look like you drink white Gatorade. I don't know. There's a severe, let's see, why are bullies still bullies? No one has to kick their ass, that's true. I was the kid, I wanted so desperately for someone to start a fight with me when I was growing up. I was a very angry kid. And, like, I wanted so bad. I was like, come on. Hit me like the Joker, like, hit me, please. Because if I hit them first, I'd be in trouble with my dad. And that was a no-no. I was deathly terrified of my father. Still kind of am. Actually, he got, like, upset, like, 2 weeks ago. And I had nightmares for, like, a week. Like, I did not sleep for, like, a week. Because my dad got upset. And it, like, triggered something in my child brain. I'm like, oh, he doesn't love me anymore. Which obviously isn't true, but, like, I don't know, it had that effect on me, you know? And, yeah, no, I wanted someone, and I actively stood up for kids who got bullied, because I know, even in this, like, even now, I do not know. There's a difference between teasing someone and, you know, playing with somebody, and being a fucking asshole. So I'm waiting for my day for someone to like yell at a woman for breastfeeding her kid, yell at a waitress because of something or other. Fucking bring it to me. I'm ready. No, that is a human being. Mind your own business. When I become an old lady, you bet your sweet bottom fucking dollar I'm gonna be knitting nipple caps for babies, right? So they'll be like, oh, cover your baby. They can just put like a nipple cap on its little tiny head. They'll have a little fucking nipple on it. I'll even put rings on some of them. It'll be great. That's the kind of person I am. I believe in standing up for what's right. 100%. Unfortunately, sometimes it gets you in trouble too. You know, you can't use your fists, but freedom of speech is still a thing, so. Let's see. My group of friends had one guy that was a hockey player, and he could have kicked any of our blank one-on-one, but he got out of line once, and the other three of us said we'd blank. He didn't want to try. Nice. I mean, but that's good, though. That's good. Like, keep people in, like, you can't, because that's the thing. People step a toe, and they don't get anything. So then they step another toe, and they don't get anything. Because they've already gotten, away with this thing. And then pretty soon their whole body's out of line, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of here. Or they have a superiority complex where they're, because there's a difference between, I have a grandiosity complex. Got to call them out as soon as possible. Right, and you do. You have to hold people accountable for their actions. If you don't, if you watch something, a dude kicks a dog, right? Because we love dogs. If a dude kicks a dog and you actively don't say anything, you make eye contact, he's kicking the dog, and you don't do anything, they know what they can get away with. They know that you're not going to say anything if he kicks that dog again. Right. You will be a stepping stone. And that's good. So kind of back to what Equality was saying, like he had that boundary with that friend, and that's good. And Coda, same thing. He's got those boundaries. That's good. That's good. Now, obviously, you can have unreasonable boundaries. People are allowed their opinions, of course. And if I have a different opinion than you on something, we should be able to discuss it, maybe we may not reach an agreement, but we understand each other. Maybe it's something that we know each other's opinion. We shouldn't talk about it. It kind of gets heated, but I still respect you. Your opinion on one thing does not define you as a whole person. Like you can like Trump and still be a good person. See? It's good to have those boundaries and not be a stepping stone, because yes, hopefully we're open to other perspectives. Right. But so many people see it as, well, if your opinion's different than mine, then we can't get along at all. Oh no, hell no. It's like, why not? I still plant flowers. I'm a nice person. I just don't agree with something that you said, or whatever. And so many people can't look past their own fucking nose. Right, us versus them. And that's not how it should be. That's not how it should be. It's not us versus them. It's all of us together, working as a team. But I think that this whole that we're talking about comes back to there's almost too many people in the world, honestly. I think. And I think that's another reason why there's a lot more, like, stuff. So polarized. And it is polarized. It is. And I think, too, a lot of people, like, aren't polarized in the beginning, but they're around it so much that it becomes a habit for them. Like, it's a trait that they pick up almost. Hi, R&B. Oh, you're fine. You're never late. You're good. We're in the middle of a good talk. You're fine. You're not late. You're good. You're good. You're good. We've been having good talks. It's been a good time. Like, you're not late. You're absolutely fine. Stop. You don't have to pay a late fee. I appreciate it. But you don't have a late fee. No one has a late fee here. No late fee. 1787. I bet that was a good year. I wonder what happened in 1787. I don't know. Want to find out? Cool. Let's look. What happened in 1787? What? Wait, what? What am I waiting for? Kind of moderate and think that both extreme most of the time. look, buddy, I'm just the messenger. Something, see? Oh no, we have a discussion. I feel like Dora the Explorer. Oh no, what should we do? You owe me $80. Man, I wish. Let's see. Kind of moderate and think that both are too extreme most of the time. 80 bucks and yeah, I just don't see why. Obviously, if it's a moral opinion, like, I think robbery is good. And you're like, no, dude. Then obviously, like, that's a moral thing. But if it's like a political choice, or, and I know for some people that's the most important thing in the fucking world, or your stance on like a thing happening or something, you're allowed that opinion. You're allowed your opinion, and you don't have to necessarily be friends with only like-minded individuals. What's this discussion about? Answer right now. So what we're talking about is people. Yes, you can ask a political question. I don't mind. You can ask anything. I don't care. What we're talking about right now, R&B, is like people having different opinions, and basically, well, if your opinion's different than mine, then we can't be friends or we can't talk. Oh no, I'm buffering. Apparently. Yes, you can ask any kind of question. I don't mind. I'm ready. Maybe I am. Looks like I'm still buffering over here. Am I? I am still buffering. Oh no. Uh-oh. Ah, it's been 2 hours. Not even in... Has it? Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess so. Come on, Twitch. You can do it. Use your thinky brain. I'm still here. Somehow. Somewhere. Oh, are we here? Are we back? Buffermania. Oh, bro, it's been bad. It wasn't bad, I don't know, about an hour ago. Now it's fucking awful again. When I first started, it was pretty bad. It was pretty terrible. Here we go. We're buffering. Quick. Wait. I need a rag. If they overturn Roe versus Wade because it's murder, should we all have to become vegetarians because they think that is murder too? I will never be a vegetarian. Ever. Alright, let's say I was dating someone who was a vegetarian. Would I respect their choice of diet? Yes. Would I actively engage sometimes in that diet? Probably. Would I become a full-fledged vegetarian? No. So, we can get into this if you want. My opinion on all of that, anything does go in After Dark. It really does. I'll tell you After Dark. The parents are asleep. So it's not murder. It is one of the more humane ways something like that can happen. So I was a vegetarian for 22 hours or something like that. So my friend wanted me to partake in Vegetarian Week. I lasted a day, and my dad said, "You want to go get KFC?" And I was like, "Oh man, but like, they do." But here's, okay, this is the thing with that. Being a female myself, obviously. So, here's the thing with that. It's asinine for them to do that because it will still happen. The biggest thing about kids is to run around with machine guns. It's America. Sex is wrong, but violence is okay. Do they like life or no? No. They are pro-life until it's born. Then you're just a worthless fucking mother. That's exactly how it is. You are, you know, okay, tofu and AR-15s. What do you shoot out of your AR? Tofu bullets. They bounce right off. But no, alright, let's get into this. Let's fucking get some meat. Let's dig in, right? So, look, dead bodies have more rights than pregnant women, first of all. If I tell you I have the only liver in the planet, which is not true, that will save the US president, or whoever, some important figure, and I say, no, and then die, He got tagged some tofu beans. My food's a vegetarian, so that should be fine, I think. It's like double vegetarianism, secondary or whatever. So anyway, if I say no and then die, women who choose abortion, no, they won't be a good mother, they won't care for or love the child, or they're not. So I agree. It's not, and here's the thing, they act like, one, the people who use it as a form of birth control are so few and far between, it's ridiculous for them to bring that up. Two, exactly, codes. The people who, because they're like, oh, well, it's, a fully formed, no, that's not when abortions happen, okay? In very rare circumstances, it does. Now, those circumstances include, but are not limited to, the fetus is dead. The fetus is in danger of killing the mother and itself. It's not viable. Let's see, where's the line that we accommodate other beliefs? So this is my stance on it all. It's my fucking body, okay? If you're gonna tell me that the moment I conceive a child, it's got human rights, I want a fucking dog to have human rights too then. Right? Okay? Because it's a member of my family and it's alive. It's born. It's been out. Right? Abortions happen. I'm gonna get fucking serious. Those things happen when it's barely formed. Well, heartbeats are 6. I don't give a fuck. It is literally a clump of cysts of cells that are unassigned to what they're going to be. Your fetus doesn't know if it's going to be a man or a woman. Nothing is done. Okay, it has a heartbeat. That's because let's say the heart has formed. That's all it fucking is. So you're telling me if I die and I'm an organ donor, it is a parasite actually. Symbiotic relationship technically, but more so in favor of the fetus because it does drain your, shit for your teeth and all that other fun stuff. However, if you do get internal damage, I just punched my own stomach, the fetus does help rejuvenate some of that, which is interesting. So it's like a symbiotic relationship, more so in favor of the fetus. But anyway, that's not important. What is important is that if you're going to take that, well, it's a beating heart. So if an organ donor, their heart's taken out and you're holding it and you squish it, are you a murderer? Yeah, sapphirite. Yeah, I wanted to be a parasitologist really badly, but my university didn't offer it. So I just know about the different kinds of parasites and what they do. Not all of them, obviously, but some of them, like Wolbachia and things like that. Anyway, so obviously if a family, a woman, couple, what the fuck ever, comes in and they are 6, 7, 8 months into this, and they're like, we need it gone. There's a deeper, you don't wait that long to decide that you don't want it. You know what I mean? No. All that this is doing is bringing women to another place of doing something more drastic than going to a medical professional. Now, here's the other. I'll ask you a question. Is this all a ploy for population control? Is it? Is it a source of because all they're doing is making lesbians here. Is it gonna be a source of population control in the sense that they want more because then people can't, the thing that really kills me is the fucking miscarriage concept. If a woman has a miscarriage, then she's basically a murderer at the same time, and I'm just sitting here those are unstoppable human things. Do they want more people or do they want less? Because now they're gonna control how often, well, we don't want to have sex because we don't want our population dynamics are upside down. Sure are. Yeah, sure are. But I thought that was an interesting thought about it too. Are they trying for a source of population control? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know a goddamn thing. All I know is I'm never having a kid. If I do have a kid, I'm going to adopt it, and it's going to be a little boy, and he's going to be adorable, and he's going to wear sweater vests. We need more young people to pay for welfare programs. While that's true, We also need the government to quit going, hey, we need more money for war. Dip into Social Security. They don't need it. That would probably help out a lot, too. Also, no, I think we need more young people to actually work and not use the welfare and be a fifth generation welfare recipient. And be proud of it. I have worked my ass off since I've been able to, okay? I've worked in factories. Now, yes, I work from home and I sit on my ass and I'm getting fat. Don't rate, right. So, war and disease, that is true too, because you send them off to war and, well, take them home in a coffin. Yeah, unfortunately. And unfortunately, by making the entire population poor, the only way that you're going to get out of that debt is if you go to war. Oops. Did we do that? Weird. So, another thing, though, is... Shit, what was I talking about? Oh, welfare. I've worked my butt off since I could. Like I said, I've worked in factories. Yes, now I work from home. All that fun stuff. That doesn't mean I don't do anything. Like the other weekend, on Memorial Day weekend, I fucking cut down a tree with my dad and learned how to cut logs and all that other fun stuff with wedges because, well, it was too hard to cut with an axe. So, like, I do shit still. I live next to people who, probably about my age, don't work, actually had the audacity to come and ask if they could use my Wi-Fi, which I said no. And I don't think they've worked a day in their life. They do smoke pot all the time. I know because I can smell it. Maybe no welfare for us when it's time to claim. I probably will not live long enough to claim my welfare. To be completely frank with you. I might. Eating a thing of ice cream will put me back. But I'm here for a good time, not a long time. But that wouldn't be true if so many people my age, a little younger, a little older, didn't go through live long purge. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I'm sure I'll live a healthy age. My great-great-grandmother lived to be 103. The other of them lived to be like fucking 90, so the odds are ever in my favor. Hold on, I need a really quick drink. How about a good long time? I could do that. R&B, I made 10 friends today at Walmart. What happened to my voice? I don't know. Anyway. I remember 10 friends. I did. I talked to 10 different people today at Walmart. There was an old couple. Their 50th anniversary is Tuesday. Oh, no. I don't do the sex. You know that. I don't. I don't do the sex. I work at Ace Hardware. Get me? Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. I take jokes. You're fine. I'm not actually offended. That's how I meet 10 friends fast. Yeah. Well, 10 seconds apiece doesn't give you much time to meet them, but I guess it's enough. You want some aloe for your burn? Look. That's what all of them say. Need a jackhammer, bud? Got one. My dad, I asked him how to do something. He's like, well, you need a mill for that. And he's like, I got one. And I'm like, oh, cool. I'll have one in a couple of years. Because he's going to die and I get his stuff. Ah, yes, the burn cream. Yeah, no itch. Nice. That's what it is. No itch. Duh. Men. Men. Honestly, I wonder how my life would have been if I was born a man. Probably more comfortable. Although I am freeballing it in this dress. Let me tell... Well, not freeballing it, but you know what I mean. I don't have to wear pants. Like, it's the best feeling in the world. And it has pockets. Loli. Lol. Loey. Lol. But no, what were we talking about? Fuck. Shit. No. Welfare. Right. So it really fucking pisses me off that I bust my ass, try to work 50 hours a fucking week or more. I haven't lately because I've been just not burnout, you know. Ventilation sounds great here in the tropics. Bro, I bet. I'm ready to vent. I'm about to vent with these fucking people. I cannot stand it when I see people that are like, well, I'm disabled, I'm this, I'm that, and the other thing. Bitch, I can fucking go for disability. I have diabetes, and dude, literally my other doctor, my old doctor, came in with this new nurse, and she's like, this is Megan, she's got the body of an 80-year-old, and I'm like, oh, thanks. It's not wrong. I hurt a lot. Like this shoulder here, I've got loose ligaments. Man, I wish I could have y'all just, if you put your hand here, I can like rotate it and it like crack. Yeah, because my ligaments are loose where your rotator and shit like all holds together. It's all kind of loose. I'm very limber for how big I am. I'm not fat. I'm a very fluffy person. I'm good for laying on, you know? I've gotten fluffier over the wintertime. Swamp ass, man. Is it one of those, like, you take a shower on Tuesday and you're still wet Friday? I almost gave myself swamp ass. I was so sick last night. I had a migraine and I threw up. And as I'm throwing up, it's like, I'm like, no, please. I just farted. But I was, like, begging my body. I was like, hold it. Hold. That's how I get swamp ass. Puking my guts out. I was really upset because I fucking lost my wontons. Returned my groceries. Returned to sender. Right? That's a little... It was a good time. It's a good time. Good time. Puking's good for you, I guess. Ugh. Not really. Don't do it. Don't voluntarily do it. Don't hold it in, but don't. I've never missed the toilet with that. I'm like, God, that's my gift. Never. Ever. Like, I've always made it to the bathroom. My body's like, I got you for about 5 minutes. And I'm like, thanks, bud. Preach that one. Don't miss. I don't. I'm a good not misser. Yeah. Isn't life great? Isn't life full of these wonderful opportunities bequeathed upon us? Wasn't it a good day to be alive today? I think it was. I met some interesting people. Learned about corn. That was a good time. It was really a good time. Getting out and doing things not on the line is nice. It's a good time. Yeah. How was your day? How was R&B's day? How was Jay Twitch's day? Spatulas? Fucking, I learned about turners and spatulas. What? I'm still flabbergasted by that one. Everyone calls the one in the pan a fucking spatula. A spatula? I don't know. I want to cross-reference her facts. But, yeah, it was a good time. Oh, and I found this lovely chair. Let me show you. I'm going to show you. Don't worry about it. I'll show you. I'll show you this chair. I'll show you this chair I want so badly. Oh, Gamochi joined. Hooray. Let's see. Hey, Doom Eternal's on sale. A big fun stream. Alright, doesn't matter. Let me find this chair. It looks so comfortable. The fucking weight limit's $250. Wait. What's this? Walmart Plus Weekend is... Oh, I don't care about that. I just want to see my cart. Look at this chair. Hold on. Look at this chair. Look at that. Don't look at me. Look at the chair. Look at that chair. Look at that chair. Look how fucking nice it looks. Why do I have to have a small house? It looks so nice. And I could get it in blue for like $20 more. Bro. I want it. I want it so badly. I could pick it up today at the Big Rapids Supercenter. Oh no, I just gave away where I live. Aisle I-41. I know, because I saw it. Arrives by tomorrow? Oh. Me shopping online. So when I go, I really want to do a stream. The origin of the verb uncertain, possibility from flappy or strike. A word may be related to Scottish flabbergasted boast. Yeah, I said flabbergasted. Why? Oh, to strike. Well, shit, now you gotta move. I scare the Merrill people with how many skulls I have in just the entry to my garage. There. I made one of them into a lawn decorum item. Because why not? I've got fucking 50 just in the garage. I've got 50 in the house. I can't show you. I'll show you before I take it to her. I got a new idea because one of these people that's on the stream, maybe she fell asleep, I don't know, has a skull that I'm making for them. And I got a really neat idea for what I want to do. Ooh, I just expanded on my idea for their skull. It'll be very interesting. I could show off my skulls if you want. One's under a weighted blanket. That one's mine. It's mine. It's black and red. Actually, red glow-in-the-dark paint. I like my skulls. I've got 2 coyotes. Like, probably 60 deer skulls. I'd say that's okay, by skulls I mean like also if it's just like the antler piece. Probably like, maybe not 60, probably like 50 of those. I've got a whole ass squirrel skeleton. I've got the ribs of something and or little like leg bones of something. They're like this big. I've got 3 cat skulls, a bobcat skull, Sebastian. Who else do I got? Also, who's the little Lucario? Whatever this electric dog is. Who are you? You want some food? I'll give you some food. Here, have some food. Eat. Man, we've talked about some spicy topics today. I think my favorite was oh fuck, what was it? Oh, when we talked about people and disappointing us and stuff. I think that was a good topic to discuss. Parenting. I know it started out as parenting, but here we are. Eating ice cream, taking names. Okay. Delicious. So far. So far, so good. I tell you, this chocolate keeps getting stuck to my teeth, but that's alright. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything else that's on your mind? You need to get off your chest? You want some advice about? I'll do my best. My advice isn't sound, but I do my best with it. I don't know. Was it a good day for you? I hope so. It was a good day for me. I had a good time. Pretty sure I had a good time. Look, you won 25. Wow. Would you like help jumping? I can do that too. I can help you jump. I help jumps. Here. Jump, 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 jump. There you go. Look at you go. Wow. You guys ate them all. Good job. I love watching them fly. Oh, look! Little Pikachu had balloons! What the fuck? What do you mean balloons? Hold up. What do you mean you got balloons? Oh! Look at his little balloons! Oh my god! He's got little balloons! There you go. What does this one get? Nothing. Just spiky tails. Nothing. Sorry, I'm distracted all of a sudden. This one just spikes up too. And you just brace yourself. What? Gotcha. And then me. Ready? Woo! Sorry, I got distracted. It happens a lot, actually. I don't know why. I don't know why I get so distracted sometimes. It's not in my list of stuff. Yeah, Hypermind. Actually, it is in my list of stuff. Oh shit. What do you know? You know, and I think too, I don't know. I think a lot of people need therapy. I think it's good if you want it and you actively seek it and you're ready for it. I think it's good for you. If you're not ready and you're being forced into it, then it's not going to benefit you in the way that you may need it to. I think. In this day and age, everyone needs someone to talk to, you know? And sometimes, it's nice talking to a stranger that literally knows, nothing about you, because, what are they going to do? It's just nice sometimes, you know? I don't know. Maybe that's the glory of the internet. Porn and an animosity. I guess. What else is there? I don't know. I gotta wet my whistle. My whistle's dry. It's because I don't end up whistling very often. I can't whistle. There I am. I tell you what, boy. Let's see. There was more than a lot of why. I said about every curse word available. I called it a cuck. I called it everything I could. Within reason. That's my whole house. You just saw everything I own. Not really. Mostly the deer. I love Sebastian. Pain in the ass to make him colorful. So, like, fucking boom arm. It's the cord, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna move it again. Oh, we did it. Look at that. We're still alive. That's all that matters. Cool. Neat. Sweet. Dopamine. Whatever the kids are saying these days. I don't fucking know. It's lit. 'Tis on fire. 'Tis flaming. Well, ice cream hiccups. I mean, I ate most of it, to be fair. Excuse me. I'm a cow. What are you? Piggy? Actually, I'm a horse. What are you? Are you a rat? Cow? Pig? What else is there? Monkey? It's not a giraffe, it's an ox. That's the cow. Who else is there? Shit. No, sure, okay. I'm a horse. You can be a rat, a cow, a monkey, a dog. So you're not getting where I'm going, Codes. You're not getting where I'm going, Codes. I'm a horse. I'm a horse. Not because I like ponies. You can be a bear. No, you can't be a bear. How dare you? You can be a rat. You can be a dog. You can be a rooster. You can be a boar. You can be a monkey. You can be a dragon. You can be a like a cow. Did I say cow already? I don't know. Yeah. There you go. Really, you're a rooster? I'm a horse. I'm a wee snort. That's my best horse you're gonna get. Otherwise, I can do a donkey. Aw, that's a donkey. You ever seen that fucking, like, old-timey cartoon? Dad was a dragon. My dad's a rat and my mom's a boar. Which is funny. The boy I liked growing up was a tiger. And I'm like, are we compatible? Because I used to spend a lot of time in a Chinese restaurant. More than was ethically necessary. I like their egg drop soup. It was really good. I like egg drop soup. I think egg drop soup is good. But no, how are you all? Are you doing well? Thus far? In your day, night? Whatever it might be? It's 2:30 for me. I have to look around the boom now because, you know, I don't want to touch it. I might anger the fucking mic gods. Dumb. It's the cord, I think. It takes like a fax cord, like the old-timey, I don't know, like house-looking cord. I don't know. I just work here. Barely, though. Yeah. So, I think this is going to be close to the end of our discussion. Does anyone have anything they want to add, though, before I wrap it up? Wrap it and tap it? You know what I mean? Yeah. See, I'm ethically responsible. Are you? I hope so. It was a very zesty conversation we got into. I could talk more about that, too. That conversation that we got into about Roe versus Wade. My bro. Man, my mom was in the stirrups for me. Apparently. That's the story I'm told. Parties are dead now, but that's the story. Is it, uh... I think it's time to go to bed. The whole application crashed. Like, my Streamlabs died. Like, straight up, it's like, I have a critical error. Would you like to report this to the developers? And I was like, no, I just want you to work, fam. And it was like, you what? Because I tried to open it again. It's like, would you like to report? And I'm like, just work! What? Did you reach your fucking time limit? Like, what's going on here, bud? Golly gee willikers. Hi again. I am back. Literally back to say goodbye, but, you know, I can't leave my homies hanging like that. What am I? A cuck? No. Look, it looks like my little necklace is in with the little dudes. Wait, I guess you have to gallop this way. That's cute. The fuck. Okay. All right, well, I'm gonna go to bed, I guess. I think it's time. The mic has gone out. Literally, the application took a fucking shit on my face. Took a nosedive. I guess. I don't know. At the ultimate Dutch oven. Disgusting! That's gross. So, you know what? Everyone's got their flavors. Some flavors brown, some flavors not. I think it's time for bed. I think we're reaching territories we don't need to go into. All right, well, thank you for joining me, and all of the talks were super good. I really do appreciate them, and honestly, truthfully, if you're ever going through a hard time and you need someone to talk to, you can always reach out to me. I'm here for you. I really am. As much as I can, as much as one person can be, I will actively try. I will. If I don't respond immediately, I could be sleeping. That's completely possible and happens often sometimes. So, when the help tries to scare you again, like Corpse Party. But anyway, no. If you're ever going through a hard time, don't you feel like you ain't got no one to talk? Now, that isn't to say if you don't talk to me, I'm going to get upset. That is completely it's within, if you don't want to, that's completely fine. The option's there, but you're not obligated to, of course. You're not obligated to tell anyone anything, except for yourself. Sometimes you got to talk to yourself. Feels good. It's good for you. Builds character. But anyway, you all have a lovely evening, whatever time it might be. Even if it's the morning, even if you're watching this in the future, you have a wonderful time, okay? There's always there's always a little bit of hard times we gotta go through sometimes, but we'll get there. And we'll get there together. That's what this community is about. That's what I'm trying to cultivate here for you all. A safe place for you all to be. Reel back. I'm trying reel back. I got a pretty nice back, actually. Not too full of zits yet. Or wrinkles. Got some handles on the sides, but whatever. I can handle it. No, R&B, you're always so encouraging. I love it. You are, too. You're a very encouraging part of Twitch. And really just in general. You're a very good person, and you work very hard at what you've built. And it's nice. It's good to see. Of course. Of course, you're very welcome. And everyone here has worked really hard on something, even if it's not Twitch. And you've done a good job. Good. I'm proud of you. You're doing the thing. And that's important. Now, you can take breaks, and that's completely fine. Obviously, I'm taking a break. I'm not streaming as much. We like smoothbacks. Hell yeah. Bartholomew's telling me it's time for bed. Yeah, I know, bud. Just a minute. Don't lick my feet, please. He likes toes. It's weird. But anyway, no, everyone's doing really great here. You are, but it's okay to not be great sometimes. Okay? And if you're not great and you're doing fantastic, hell yeah, good job. Keep it going. All right, kids. I will see you in the next one. I will see you tomorrow as I stream with Codes. 10 p.m. He's doing stream cleaning, too. I don't know if he's doing it tomorrow, but he is doing it actively. So highly recommend. I wish girls would tell me I'm proud of you after sexy time. We could pretend. So close your eyes. Imagine. I'm proud of you. Good job. Wait, I got it. Good job, sport. There you go. Does that make you feel better? Have a good night. I will see you guys tomorrow. Like I said, Coates is doing like a stream cleaning thing. If you can, whenever you can, catch him. It's actually really cool. What? Would you like one too, Coates? Good job, sport. Tears just ran down my face. Good. I mean, I wouldn't let him run. Like, maybe a nice trot or jog down the face. You don't want him to leave, like, trails or something. That's, like, kind of weird, you know? You know, kind of like your refrigerator running. You don't want it to run. You want it to, like, gingerly walk. Stream cleaning. It's actually really cool. It's going through all its games, which is a lot, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, all right. Y'all have a good night. Sleep well. Don't get sick like I did. Don't be a coward. And I will see you tomorrow. I don't know what we're playing. I'm sure it'll be horrifying, and I hope to, like, not lose my voice. But since I already ate sandpaper last night, we'll see. All right, kids. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining me. I love you too. Be safe. Have a wonderful evening.